Hello. How is everyone doing? I am Legacy Moon, and I just gotta enlarge my picture so y'all can see I'm on my petty juice tonight. Okay, I feel like being real petty. I feel like showing some things and talking about some things, you know, because that's what I do. All right, and this will be. I'm not doing this in members. This is like completely. We will be. Right here. Okay. I had accidentally set this chat and set it for 12 p.m. So I happened to be looking. I came over and I was like, where ain't nobody in my chat? And then I said, 12 hours. So I had to fix it. But because it's late, we're going to get down to business. We're not going to do a whole lot of talking. There will be no news. We are just going to get into the things. But I do have time to speak to y'all in the chat. We have Diva Shawnee, Aunt Natty, a whole lot of Mocha, Ray Della Lewis, Southside Chi Town, Golden Pearl, Black but Not Bitter, Miss Principal, Andrea, Wendy Shy, Shark Tank Life, Allegedly, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame. Let's see who else we got in the house. We got Leo Lady here. We've got let's see. D Dub is in the house. Mons, Juju D, Aaliyah TV. Coffee is brewing. We've got Blue Bear in the house. Let's see here. Rasta in Zion. All right. Miss Mad About Music, Nikki G. Shout out to those of you. I think I said, hey, Aunt Natty. Shout out to those of you who are in the clouds, in the bushes, in the trees, wherever you are, on a planet. Shout out to you. All right. We are not going to waste time. We're going to get into some things. Now, if you don't know, Sylvia was live. All charges have been dropped. And we're going to get into that. She did a very interesting video. So, due to this video and some interesting things that she said, I have invited her to come on and we're going to try to put something together. Now, I know that some of you all may not care for her. And just because, I talked to her, I congratulated her on her victory. That doesn't mean I'm going over for Thanksgiving. Okay. It doesn't mean that. But hey, Queen, too. But there are some things that she said in the other video in her video that I really want to talk to her about and have a conversation, a grown folks conversation. And one of the first things she said, am I going to be attacked? I said, absolutely not. I don't know. If somebody is a guest on the panel, I don't expect them to be attacked. So, I will be having, we're going to hook something up. Let me see. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said Dennis DB is a sinister one because he lied to Dana J about Sylvia, telling him she placed that tracker on his car. He lied to Sylvia. Either way, all the mess started as a result of that biatch ass nigga. And you are right. I agree with that. I do. He had he had no business doing that. The real Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame also said, I'm not going to applaud Sylvia for winning her case because the case was deposed, which doesn't speak for an acquittal or conviction for Sylvia nor Dana. It's just what it is. I agree. It is. It is what it is. But because after a while, I can see through the BS and I can see the BS things that were going on. So that is why I am happy she won, because it's one thing if she placed a tracker on this man's car, but let's not get it twisted. Whether that happened or not, one thing we know for sure is he got a car he did not pay for. We know that he claims she vandalized her own car. We know that he went on YouTube recording saying that Dallas and Sylvia was up there. And from what I learned tonight, that wasn't true. That wasn't them. And what I could never understand about that video is, if Dallas and Sylvia were right there, why didn't he show them? I could never understand that. So Aaliyah TV said the only one who's not safe tonight is the forehead. The forehead? Who's the forehead? Because I know you was talking about my forehead, Aaliyah TV. No, I got a big forehead and I proudly display it every time. And in case you don't know, I had to change my picture, because I wanted my petty juice picture to be up here because I'm about to be real petty to some folks. Let's see here. Um, yes, Miss Mad About Me. Hey, Rainbow, where you been? Hey, Nikki G. So, yeah, I questions. Yeah, when she is over, yeah, there will be a period where you guys can ask questions, but they have to be respectful. I'm not going to allow disrespectful questions because I don't believe, whether it's V Lenore. I mean, there have been people who have been blocked because they come in here talking trash about V. I don't, you know, no. If somebody is, especially someone who has been attacked, who I know I've done videos on, if she's willing to consider coming over here and have a conversation with me about some things, then I'm not going to allow her to be disrespected. um, who's mammy in law? Who are y'all talking about? Miss Principal. What are y'all talking about? The mammy in law. Let me see. I'm reading this, trying to figure out. But yeah. So anyway, and actually in listening to that live, there were a lot of things that are starting to make sense because I mean, truth be told, I wasn't listening to some of the things, but after you dissect certain things and think about it and listen, now there's here's one thing, because I kept saying, even though we were on Nyla's that first time, I kept saying that, I'm not gonna get over, she lying about that Wisdom's daughter thing. They met. What she told me, or what, I'm sorry, not what she told me, but what she said up there tonight at Nyla's, she explained it again. Um, and what she said was, and I don't know, because I don't know the order of the videos. I know I just saw one day and Wisdom's daughter was saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for Auntie Sylvia, blah 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 blah," and Sylvia is still insisting that she did not know her, and that Wisdom's daughter was in her chat, knew where she was going to be, and followed her. Well, the explanation I got tonight, and I don't know which came first, okay, but she had said that when she went to the house, that was the first time. And she said, she had said that's where she was going. She said she got the idea from Fran. She saw Fran, do a virtual thing of the houses and stuff. So she just thought, oh, gee, why don't I go take a field trip? And she said that was the first time she had met, Wisdom's daughter popped up. I don't know. I just saw the videos. I don't know what order the videos came in, but I do know the one that I saw, Wisdom's daughter said, "Oh, I'm going to go meet Auntie Sylvia." So I don't know. And with all things that now tonight, I can say I looked at it I listened to it with different ears. I can say that I can believe, because of the behaviors I've seen, displayed on YouTube by Wisdom's daughter, I can truly say that, hey, it is possible that it happened the way that Sylvia explained it tonight. I can also say that that's possible because why did Wisdom's daughter put that on private? Why did Wisdom's daughter put that on private? That video is on private now. And Miss Mad About Music, I'm just listening. Don't just listen, Miss Mad About Music. If you want to express something or whatever, go right ahead. Look, we are adults, okay? And if you have an opinion about something, you can definitely voice it. Allegedly said, did she tell people, including Wisdom's daughter, where she was going to be in time? Yeah, well, first of all, yeah, she did, because that's what she, now I'll give her that, she does do that. And as far as the time, she'll jump in her car and start a live. I still think that's illegal, but what video is on private? Yes, Wisdom's daughter did 2 videos on that field trip. Why are they there? I'm sorry, I said put on private. I shouldn't have said that. Miss Mad about music. Put in members. Why she do that? Why did she put that in members if look, y'all, I got to guess. Why would she put that in members if it was just a
Hi.
thing? Hi, it's V Lenore. I didn't. I forgot I gotta do it. Where is it? We've got V Lenore here. Okay. I'm trying
Hi.
to get this out.
Hi.
Did you get your food?
Yeah, I'm listening because I'm here for the tea because we missed everything. So native's on his way. We want to hear. And I'm outside in the car because I'm waiting on my food,
You
child.
waiting
So
on
what
your
had happened?
you are waiting on your double dunk wings.
Yes,
fried
ma'am. I
fried
got 30 minutes.
uh
Okay.
oh, you got 30 minutes with lemon pepper and all kinds of things. Yes. Leo lady, did I speak to you? Hey, what's up?
Absolutely. And corn.
Corn, yes. And you want what, the Cajun seasoning
I,
on the what is it? Cajun seasoning on the corn?
yeah.
See,
Well,
look at this, y'all.
the Cajun season comes on the corn, but I want some lemon pepper over it too. So
Lemon
yeah.
pepper, okay. My child said my
I
question
have
is
not eaten all day today.
I've gotten on you about
I
that
haven't eaten
before.
at all. Nothing.
I have gotten on you
I
about
know.
that before. Okay, not eating. I've told you about that now.
I know.
Let me see. My child says my question is how could IS be late or running late for something if she didn't have someone you're meeting? See, my child, there were 2 days. The videos, there were 2 separate days. The one when she went to the house was one day, and supposedly that's the first one. And then the one where she was waiting on Sylvia and Sylvia was running late, that's another day. And that's the second video. Now, that's how she explained it. That's how she explained it. So, I'm gonna let hey, Justin's mom said, I'm happy for Sylvia. I'm not a fan of her channel, but WD and Dana J were bullying her so bad. Yes, and to sell someone's stuff from from her Patreon, to come up with a Patreon that you know, just so you can go and sell Sylvia's personal documents is wrong. I don't care. That is wrong. So, also, somebody the other day, hey, Mixtress Monica, hey, one Jennifer, somebody the other day apparently joined Nyla's Patreon and in the name of Sylvia, right? So, and it wasn't Sylvia. Who else would do that? Who else would
Mm,
be that petty? Who else? So that was one
mm.
thing. She cleared that up. I found out some interesting stuff about, her and the whole R. Kelly thing. So, but we'll get into that like later when I have her on. But very interesting over there at Nyla's. But what we are going to do tonight is we are going to look at, I'm gonna interject some things too that happened over at Nyla's, and then I will get back to the video of Sylvia.
Well, I have a question though. So what's the so I've heard different things, right? I read titles, I got DMs. So and I know what we saw earlier. So is it it has it been completely confirmed that all charges have been dropped?
Yeah, well, deposed, but in other words, there's no court date. When I looked tonight, when you were live, I looked tonight and I saw where it don't look like it looked last night. Now I don't, I didn't have my glasses on when I was watching you, so I don't know what you had up there. If you had yesterday's
Mm-hmm.
up there or if you had today's, but I went on there while you were live.
I,
Which, which
mhm.
one did you have?
It might have been last night because I got it from Randa. I mean, I
Okay,
get it from her, but I got it from her channel, which she posted is what I had.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so when I
I
look,
trusted her more than, and than like,
then
wasn't gonna go
yeah.
over there to Dana's or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just
Hmm.
figured, let me see what she had. But go
Well,
ahead.
I went to the courthouse over there and pulled it up, and
Okay.
yeah, everything is the only thing. Like, you know how before it said it had trial dates set and everything. Well, now it doesn't. There's no.
Oh,
It says
okay.
deposed. Yeah, all of that. So I was like, well, I'll be damned. The case is dismissed. So I said, huh? If her case is dismissed, I know she done did a live, and sure enough, she did a live.
Oh, she did.
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay. Okay.
that's why I wanted you on here because we're going to be looking at that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says Sylvia is lying about that. She went to the courthouse and the police station on the first field trip, and Wisdom daughter waited for her. Is
Where they're still dispute. They're still talking about like how they got up, how they met up, and all that. That was discussed tonight.
Yes, Nyla asked the question
Why?
and she explained it again. Nyla asked that question, but okay, but Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. You said she went to the courthouse and the police station on the first trip. Okay, I didn't even know. I do know that Sylvia went to the police station in the courthouse, but I did not watch that video. Like I said, I don't know what order these videos came in, so that might have been I don't know. All I know is she said the very when she one Nesto related field trip, Wisdom daughter was there. Then
Mhm.
the other ones, yeah, she met her because she met her. But she said the very first one she took. So I don't know because I can't swear to what happened because I did not watch.
Mhm.
Let me see. Oh yeah, Sylvia said thank you, Justin's mom. She's not on bond anymore. If she's not on bond anymore, Nikki G said Justin's mom. It was no one should be treated like that just to be on YouTube. It's so much content for everyone to eat and not have to hate. Well, one thing, let me see, Miss Matt about music said I saw where two cases were nolly pros, but nothing other. Excuse me, y'all. Did you look today, Miss Matt, about music? Because what it was reading yesterday, it don't read like that no more. There is no trial date or nothing. And I
So
pulled,
what does it mean to depose? Because I know what the disposition is, but and when I think of when I think of a depose, that means you're being questioned or whatever. Like I'm confused.
well,
What?
deposed, and I'm not going to pretend to understand it. I'm not going to even pretend to understand deposed. I read it and I had to read it several times just to get a little bit of an understanding. But
Hmm.
from what it sounds like is like more, and somebody else who knows better, hey Queen Black, can fill me in. But it looks like when, okay, wait a minute, allegedly said in the law, depose means to give testimony under oath, either
Yeah.
in formal or disposition or written affidavit, or to question a witness under oath during a deposition. Right.
Yes. Yes. That's all I know. And I
Right.
know what the disposition is. I know what the depose is. I'm confused about this part. You know what I mean? I don't understand. They're saying that this case has been deposed.
um Let me
I'm
see.
confused. What does
I
that
just
mean?
It just says deposed, but I mean, it. Some are no. Some say no pros. Some are deposed. Some are, like I said, there was a trial date, and now there's not. And I would think that if Sylvia got on here and did a whole live, and then went over
Hmm.
to Nyla's channel and did a
Hmm.
live with Nyla about it, I would
Hmm.
think she knows what she's talking about. I
Well,
don't know, huh?
and 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 Dennis did a live what yesterday, last night or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
saying he knew this was coming. Dana has done a live, but I don't know what the hell he said because we were live. So I don't. And from what I have heard through the DMs was that, and again, I was doing multiple things at one time. From what I understand, he's saying an appeal is in place. Well, you don't. How do you appeal something that was never? adjudicated.
Right, right. And that's how I knew he lied. And so, okay, let me say this. That's how I know the cases must have been dismissed because Dana J was over there pouting, as you can see on my thumbnail.
Yeah,
He was over there
yeah.
pouting. So yeah, it has to be. But he said he's gonna appeal. You can't. Yeah, you're
You
right. It
can't
hasn't been
appeal something
adjudicated.
that hasn't been even processed. You haven't gone through the process. There's been
Right,
no disposition. There's no adjudication. There is no sentencing. What are you appealing?
right. Exactly, exactly.
You
That's
you can look for some. What you gonna dig in your bag of tricks and find some more charges to put on her?
the
Because that's the only thing I can think he's trying to do. Boy, he was trying over there pouting because he know everybody about to drag this nigga. Everybody about to drag his ass.
Carlton Brown. Hey, what's up? He says IS does not always tell the truth. And okay, I'm not going to argue with that, but what I will say is that let me see. Black but not bitter just showed us a docket where she says that it is still on there. I'm telling you, now this is not what I looked at. This is not what I saw. And what I saw, there was no dates. There were no the trial dates. In fact, let me pull up what I saw. Let me do
Black
that.
but not bitter. Did you get? Because I can't open it up because uh Westminster is real weird. Like I got y'all on my phone, so I can't
Yeah.
go like switch to another screen. But did you pull that today, Black but
Who?
not bitter, or from yesterday?
Yeah, that's a good question. But I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to pull it now. We'll see now.
Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Where is your husband?
I don't. Well, let me. Yeah, well, he ain't on here because if he was, he probably would have.
What's wrong
Um.
with? He's
I,
supposed to be here, honey.
well, he said he might. He didn't really say he
No, I
would.
just talked to him.
Oh, did you?
I hung up with him to come to you. Yeah, he coming.
Oh. Let me see. Where? Let me look. Where's my? I'm in my what? Where's my? I knew something told me to get this pulled up. Okay, that's Sunday. Something told me to get this pulled up. Oh, okay. All right. I just couldn't see. Let me see. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do it now. We're gonna do this in real time, and then we will get to the video. All
Okay.
courts. Okay. To see me.
Tell me why I've had these earrings on for hours when I was off camera for 4 hours over there with Nate Chopper Media, and then now it is late and I'm over here. Why? I'm taking it.
And I said we wasn't going to be on long because I somebody spelled Tumasimi because I'm not on my phone. So somebody spelled it for
T-U. Is it two M's? Yeah, don't ask me.
T-U. I know somebody know how to spell it.
T-U-N.
Okay, let me see. Non plus law deposed means a case has been concluded or resolved by the court. This signifies that a final decision is no longer pending. The
Mm,
deposition is the okay is the outcome of the case, which can range from a conviction or a guilty plea to a dismissal. Okay,
mm.
TUMU. That's where I always mess up. SII. Like I said, if this woman done went on her channel and did a whole video, and he done did a video over there pouting, um, it has to be true.
I'll be honest. I understand how people say that these folks don't aren't truthful. Gotcha. And that I can attest to all of it. All these motherfuckers lie. But what I will say is I'm leaning towards believing it because of everything that you stated. Pretty much.
Right.
Dennis came out and said it. Came out and said it. You're saying she went and did an interview with Nyla, uh, and old boys over here pouting. I'm gonna roll with it.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna
Because I
roll
mean,
with it.
how stupid would she look to come out here and do that, and then she still got a case? I mean, that makes. I mean, come on now. You don't have to like the lady to believe the
The
facts,
truth. Yeah.
yeah, or the truth.
Yeah. You don't have to like the lady and still not be cool with the fact that somebody could have lied on her and got her all fucked up in a legal situation where she had to spend 6 motherfucking days in jail.
And see, that's what I don't like. And like I think I was telling you or Native or somebody, LVIA, that this lady has diabetes. Fulton County is jacked up as why the won't it come up? It won't come up. You know,
Uh,
th-
you
huh?
saw the spelling Black but not bitter. Put it in the chat. I could see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm putting in, and I don't know. I thought it was because I was doing it in all caps and everything. But this woman has diabetes. She was over there in the Fulton County. When you first go to jail, you don't get. Okay, let me see. Black but not bitter says, where is that at? You said you just pulled. So what you sent me, you just pulled up
Oh,
because
wow.
what you just sent me doesn't look like what I looked at earlier today. That it
So
doesn't
what?
look.
So what she sent you? What's it say? Because I can't see.
Let me see.
I mean, I know she sent it to me, but I can't. I can't pull it up.
I didn't have it up. Let me go into my let me pull it back up. It says okay, it has it has, let me see, that the calendar, it says action date 1/12/26 for 9 a.m. in room for the two most serious charges. Count one and count two event. It says event outcome, but what I looked at today did not say this. What I looked at today, it didn't even have. And see, this is cut off too, I think. Well, I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video, and she said it was 11:12 that she looked it up. I'm gonna get into the video, okay? Because I don't want to waste time and keep people on here while I look for this. So we will get into the video, and then I will go ahead and try to get this pulled up. Okay,
Mhm.
let me. Okay, I got like 11,000 windows. Okay, so let me switch screens, and we will get to it. Me add V. Okay, here we go. Oh
Am
gosh.
I here?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah, you're here
I'm
now.
I'm actually trying to skip to another screen real quick because I'm waiting on groceries to arrive. So hold on.
Wait,
It's a lot of shit going
wait.
on.
Where? I thought you was
Uh,
ordering. I heard you say you was gonna do both, but I didn't believe you. I said she. I said she is not getting ready to get groceries and go out and get some needs. She's not getting ready to do that.
I haven't eaten today, and I had to get just a not like a grocery haul, but baby, I've been in struggle mode all day. My son is at home, so he's traveling. So,
I'm proud of myself. I ate twice today.
ooh
My
wee,
sister,
I'm
she
jealous.
fried potatoes, so
My
um
nerves were bad all day, y'all.
really.
Yeah, but the people bless me. Praise
Um
God.
whew, okay. Gosh. Okay. Oh, she's yeah, I didn't even see. I started look, I wanted to go to the parts, okay. Oh, I'm not sharing this screen. Okay. See, I ain't even say nothing.
What happened?
I wasn't sharing. It started
Yeah,
like,
look, your comments are. You see how big they are?
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I do that on purpose.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I
Oh,
have them that big on purpose.
I
Hmm.
can't see. We can't see them though. Can you see them?
The comments?
Yeah, we can't. I can't see 'em. Maybe it's because of where I'm at. Maybe because I'm backstage with you. The
Oh,
comments
okay.
are on the screen.
They're on the screen, yeah.
But all you can see is like. I see one comment that has an M, but I can't read what the comment says.
As large as I have these things.
It's off the screen. That's the way it looks to me, but it may not look like that to the people. As the people, for me, I can't see. It's just gigantor, and you can't read them.
Can y'all see the comments on the screen?
They might be able to.
And
It
also,
might.
let me read. Mixtress Monica said, "Facts. Jail time based on BS might make someone want to put hands and feet on that dude." Well, think about it, because she has diabetes, and we're talking about Fulton County. Um, yeah, Wendy Shy said the comments are fine, so it
Yeah,
might,
they can
yeah,
see them. Yeah, it just might be because I'm backstage or whatever from the
okay.
phone. It might be that.
So, okay, yeah, to be in Fulton County, to not have your medicine, and it takes, they're disorganized in so many problems there, because remember, she's not a Fulton County inmate who was housed at Cobb. She was in Fulton County, so you can imagine that she probably did not even get her medication till she was there a couple of days, and then they gave her, I remember her saying they gave her metformin or something like that, and it made her sick, and I know metformin will do that. So
They probably didn't get her medication right away, and then she had to turn around and go to another jail and hope they was gonna give her her medication.
mhm.
She was gonna have to wait again.
Let me see. Oh, there's our husband. Queen Black said, "Would there have been stalking charges if DB had given a statement about a tracker? Would there have been stalk? I don't think so. I
No.
don't think so. I really don't. Okay, let me
Well,
get.
I don't think that. I mean, honestly, I don't think any charges were even considered until that point. So
Yeah, yeah. That's why I found it weird. What he was doing is just weird. Okay, let me get him added, and we will start. Where is he? There he is. Oh, oh, he got his picture and everything. All right, all right. Hello, Native Tribe Urban Media.
Well, hello, everybody.
it took you long enough.
Okay.
I've been here.
Yeah, V wanted to know where you were. I was like, well, I don't think he's coming, and she was like, yes, he is. He told me.
Yeah, yeah. Please allow me some a little bit of grace trying to get around, um, you know, from place to place. But I'm here. I am here.
I'm so glad you are here, Native.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna also, while we're doing this, we're gonna interject. I'll interject some things that were said on Nihilus, but believe me, I'm gonna track down this story. And I know a lot of you were there. Hey, it's too complicated. I know a lot of you were there. Y'all know the story about the Wisdom's daughter and her. I didn't even know there were three times. I only thought it was two, but now I'm hearing it's three. I don't know. But like I said, I don't find it too far fetched that Wisdom's daughter, seeing her behavior on this internet, I don't think that is too far fetched. Okay?
What?
That
That was too far fetched.
that Wisdom's daughter would have, like, on that first time, she just popped up because she knew where Sylvia would be. I'm
Well,
not.
but I thought y'all said y'all remembered her saying she was coming and all of
Right.
that.
But what I did not know, okay, so there was a video. Sylvia says the first time that Sylvia, who has a memory like Sonya, says the first time when she went to that Bent Creek, she said she got the idea to do all of that stuff because she had watched Bougie, and Bougie did it virtually. So
Who's
she's Sylvia.
okay, I got you.
So
Got
she
you.
said
No,
she
no, no,
thought,
no. I didn't know what you meant by she had done. I was like, Bougie went to on a field trip, but she's saying virtually she did it. Okay, I got you.
so then she got the idea to actually go on a field trip there. And she said that's where that came from. That's where she got the idea from. So she did that. And then she said that Wisdom's daughter just showed up. That's what she said. But then they were just telling me that there were three times that she was there because there was a visit to the police station. I do remember her doing a visit to the police station, but I didn't watch that. And another thing that I can believe that that's true,
Mm,
because why is Wisdom's daughter those videos that she made when she was out on the field trip? Why are they in her members? They're not. So you can't like the regular Joes can't see that. It's in her members. Why'd she put them in
mm.
members?
What do you think why do you think she put them in members?
Maybe because that is true. Maybe she did stalk Sylvia there. I don't know.
But why wouldn't you private the video? People can still see it in members. Their members can see it. I
Yeah,
mean,
members can see it, but everybody ain't devious like her joining people's memberships and Patreons and things so they can get information. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still not straight on it. I'm not straight on it. I don't know who's telling the truth, but what I can say based on the behaviors I've seen, I can believe that
mhm.
Wisdom's daughter just showed up. I can believe it.
Well, can I ask this since we're talking about Wisdom's daughter? I saw that Nyla's title said Wisdom's daughter has been served. So
She
can
has
you at least give us that tea
Oh
right
yeah.
there?
She's been served. She has been served.
That's the tea.
I
That's
might
it. The tea is
I
that.
think I
Yeah.
might have said that before, but maybe not.
I
But
may not have been here. I would probably.
yeah, but she has been served. She so she is aware. And it's funny, we have not heard boo, like I said, since the last time that Nyla was on and she was in the chat, she ain't said boo. She has not said boo. So
Mm.
I find that interesting. So I can't wait to see how things develop.
So she has been served basically just to say what? Cease and desist? I don't even know what the service entails.
Um,
I don't think it's an actual charge has been filed, has it? I mean, because I
I
ain't
don't,
asked these people nothing.
I don't
Just
know.
know that.
All I know is Nyla told Sylvia she ought to get a Rule 22 and show up. So I don't know.
Ooh, oh, show up where? So it is a court. So they have to. She
Well,
has to go to court.
anytime somebody gets a restraining order or whatever against you, they do have the opportunity to go to court and say
Well,
no, whatever.
wait. So that's what I'm asking. So the it's not a cease and desist. It's an actual restraining order. That's what she was being served for.
Oh, I never thought it was a cease and desist. I thought it was a restraining order because
I don't know.
you wouldn't have to go to court for a cease and desist.
You wouldn't. So now that you're saying that Nyla mentioned about a Rule 22 and going, it sounds like there's some sort of
Right,
something. Yeah.
right. So I don't know. Now Black but not bitter says Sylvia's trying to copy V's style by wearing her shirt off the shoulders.
No.
I'll say no to that. She's been doing that.
Who?
Halter
Sylvia
top.
has?
Sylvia, yes.
When
Halter
was she
tops.
doing that? I ain't seen that.
Go back a year or so to
Oh,
her
I would
live.
have to because in the last year or so that I've seen it, I ain't never seen it.
Oh
But okay.
no! If you go back to last year, Sylvia was wearing off the shoulder, no shoulders, halters. Yes, yes, yeah. She
Mm.
Look,
has.
the earrings is looking kind of familiar. That's all I'm saying.
She no. Now I will say this too. She's always go back. She's
But
always
if we
worn big
gotta go
earrings.
back years, then you ain't doing it on a regular basis. If
No,
we
I don't
gotta go
know.
back,
Not
huh?
years. Just go. You could go back last summer, and you can see that's how she
I,
dressed.
I, now you do know that I was covering her last summer. I ain't see that, but okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't agree with that either, though. Um, the real Mocha said WD was in the parking lot trying to stalk the lady weirdo. That is what she said. Now that's what Sylvia said.
But
Now
I
the
could
other
have sworn, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but did I not see when she was on live, her call Sylvia to ask her where she was at?
that was not the first time. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't know the order of the visits. I don't know when the Bent Creek visit
So
was.
if she stalked her on the first time, why would there be a second time? Why would
Two
you
more
invite your
times.
stalker to the second to come out with you again? Oh, you stalked
Wait,
me and tracked me down. Oh, okay, let's be friends. Who does that?
wait. They're saying it was three instances, Native. So if she stalked her on the first one, you invited her to two more?
That's what
Prop,
I'm
yeah.
saying. Why would you do that? Like,
And
that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
Randa was up there too, and Randa said she asked her who is this weird lady, and she said Dallas did too from the first time.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back.
Okay, the real mocha. Okay, no, I didn't see it, but I will. I'll look at it. I'll scroll back up to it. But I'm gonna play this. We're gonna start playing.
Stuff. And I know people say, okay, they did it to Christ and stuff like that, but I'm not Christ. I'm not Christ. And a lot of those individuals are not Christ. We don't have the godly strength that we should have, you know. Can you imagine just dealing with something? And mine was a short time, and I thank God for that short time, but it gave me so much empathy and so gave me so much understanding and patience with those. And you know, sometimes when you're doing this type of work, you can't empathize with somebody until you have gone through it, until you have felt the pain that they have felt. I spent 8 days in 3 different jails. I spent time in a jail that everybody talks about how terrible it is. I cried in my cell every day. I went through 3 days of hunger strike because I didn't want to eat the food there. I spent time on a hard bed that I didn't think I could handle because of my, you know, neuropathy and diabetes. Can you imagine having diabetes and not having your medication to be given to you, and your sugar is going to skyrocket to the point of 400 and something, almost to the point of having a stroke, and them having to send you to a hospital, Grady Hospital, being handcuffed to a bed, and being transported in the back of a small little.
I know that's embarrassing. I'll say that. So the real mocha says the Walmart video. Okay, I don't even know what that is. The Walmart video was the first meet. Sylvia showed the video. WD followed her after seeing where she was at. After seeing where she was at on live, Sylvia was eating near a place near Walmart, but WD thought she was in Walmart. Y'all hear that? Let me clip that. Okay, and let me see. Let me see if there's anything else. See, I didn't even know. Wendy Shaw said when this first came up, Sly said when she invited the people to the field trip, she meant virtually. She didn't know anyone would go with. She didn't know who would go with her. Um, Let me see. Leo Lady said, I'm sorry, but I can't have any sympathy or empathy for someone who showed no sympathy or empathy toward another human being. So I just call BS. And we will, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have her over here and we're gonna do some things and y'all will be able to ask question. So let me see.
Wait, what happened? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
So Mocha, okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me go back up. Mocha, the real Mocha says the Walmart video was the first meet. Sylvia showed the video. WD followed her after seeing where she was at on the live. Sylvia was
Oh,
eating near at a place where Walmart at a place near Walmart, but WD thought she was at the Walmart. I knew not. I don't even know anything about that, but I certainly if Ahmad could put my what you call it in the chat, my email address, please, because I if you can the real mocha, if you can put that in my if you could email that video to me, I would appreciate it because I will definitely show it because I need an understanding of this. Okay, I will find that though. I will find your comment. But right now we're gonna go ahead and continue playing.
spot
Wait.
because your
Can I
size
ask
is
this?
being.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm sitting here thinking?
What?
Do y'all think that she became interested in Dennis because of Sylvia?
Um See, this
Like,
and
do you think she had a weird sort of obsession with Sylvia, and therefore, because here's this guy that people had these ideas about what was going on with Sylvia and him, whether they were true or not. She may have thought, well, he's was once friends with her, now he's not. She's not. And so now, do you think that's what her connection to Dennis was initially? With not with, I'm saying this not that Dennis was in on it, but just do you think that she made an effort to be cool with Dennis because of Sylvia? I guess.
Yes.
now right, thank you, Native. And I
I,
don't
I
want
mean, I'm not. There's nothing else to add to that. Yes.
Well, no, because I think people think that now I'm questioning things and looking at things like with a different eye. I think people are thinking, oh, I'm sympathizing with Sylvia, and that's not what I'm doing. I don't want anybody to misconstrue any of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you got Dana J, who is a known liar on YouTube. Okay. He
Hmm.
has fallen out with multiple people on
Okay.
YouTube. And it's not I mean, it's my understanding that he has tried to press charges against other content creators.
Really?
So, yes. So please don't misconstrue this as a sympathy, empathy thing. This is just me looking at things because this is my thing. I don't care one way or the other. I don't have a dog, a bone, or a
Hold
knick-knack,
on. Oh
paddywhack
shit.
in any of this. I don't.
I'll be back, y'all.
Okay. So they must not have given her her blue cheese. I mean, her blue cheese or her
Mm-mm.
ranch.
No. And I'm gonna say this, and so for me, like I seen some, some comments, angst about Sylvia, and I'm honestly listen. This woman talked about me. She talked about my medical condition. She talked about V. She doxed V. She did. So nothing that we're saying here is like, oh, we love her now. No, no, no,
Right.
no.
Exactly.
But what we are looking at is when you got like two liars going up against each other, somebody is telling the truth. I mean,
Mhm.
that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody is telling the truth, even though both people are liars, and even though personally I don't like either one of them. Okay, but we do have to lay out everything and say what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So what V said about Wisdom's daughter like latching on to Dennis because of Sylvia, I believe that. I believe that to be the case because she appears to be an obsessive person. She seems like somebody that would be like, how can I get next to? I mean, listen, y'all. I don't have time to create fake accounts to go sit in other people's lives
Okay.
or to go sit in other people's. So
All right.
that is the behavior of somebody who is an obsessive person. You see what I'm saying? So I honestly, I don't look. I could go to bed right now and sleep very well, not knowing the answer to none of this shit. Okay, but but at the same time, you know, somebody lying and somebody ain't lying as much. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. I want to now that this has happened, I want to look at these things in a different way and not just because my first instinct is Sylvia's lying, Sylvia's lying. Well, now I want to look at it and see who's lying. Period.
Yeah, I mean, because let's look at it. Like what she has already said is a lie. All right. What she has already said is a lie. These heifers sat over there on Sylvia's channel and laughed at me. Okay. When they found out that I had my toe amputated, these motherfuckers sat over there and cracked jokes on me. Okay. So all this about I have sympathy for people and I love people and I've been through and all blah 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 is all bluster and bullshit, right? So yes, she is full of shit. The thing that she did with Villanor is unexcusable. They made up with it. I ain't good with it, but whatever. They ain't none of my business, honestly. But so let's not get it fucked up that there has been a change of heart about who Sylvia is. Not at all. Not at fucking all.
Right.
So I'm just saying, we can examine this shit and look at it, but trust me, ain't no love lost with me and this lady on the screen right here. Trust me.
Right. Exactly. The real Mocha says she was in there 8 days on her birthday. You talking about in jail. She also explained that the two original serious charges were dropped, which also dropped the other five because they were added after the fact. Now I've never heard of that before either. But I mean I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I won't say that. Um Katnick said, "I thought they said Dennis Byron got." Yeah, he did. That's what I had heard too. That it was a restraining order, and anytime somebody gets a restraining order, that other person does get. I mean, they come to court. You go and apply, and after you apply, then of course a court date is sent out to them and they come. If they don't show up, then it's automatically granted. If what they come to say is a bunch of BS, you still get your restraining order. So if it was indeed a restraining order, I'm talking like Nesto. So if it was indeed a restraining order, I can see. I never heard it was a cease and desist. I always thought it was a restraining order. I never heard cease and desist. So let me see. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said DV is a liar, but now he's the damn hero. DJ and Sylvia both felt they had been violated because Dennis was the bone collector, right? And I don't think he gets to be congratulated because if he lied and then he felt bad after a year and now want to tell the truth. I don't think he should be congratulated for that, and I don't trust him any further than I can see him now. I'm not going to take that back. No, not at all. So anyway, let's play this.
Bigger and you uncomfortable. You have already shoulder pain and you can't remove, but you're being forced to do it. I mean, I had a great officer, he was really really nice. But can you imagine those individuals who have officers that are nasty,
No S.
they're
Jesus.
harsh, that don't believe anything you said, but you're innocent. Not everybody that gets arrested and go to jail is guilty, guys. Not everybody that gets arrested. Now, yes, of course, there are some that are guilty of crimes. Yes, we're not talking about those people. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about individuals who are truly innocent of the crime they're being charged for, and the way people are looking at them, and the way people have already ostracized them, have convicted them, put them in jail, under the jail, and how many people have wished so many harsh punishment on those individuals. Can you imagine that? Am I a perfect person? Absolutely not. Am I a person that has ticked some people off because the way I think, the way I talk, the way I react, the way I handle things? Absolutely, I have. But do I deserve to be in jail 8 days, or even people wanting me to go to jail for the rest of my life for something I did not do? Do I deserve that because you don't like me? Some of you guys probably say, yes, you do deserve it because I don't like you. I'm wishing you to go to jail. I'm wishing you the worst thing in your life. There are some people in this chat right now who wish that my case was not dropped. My case that I was going.
Muffin 218 says that wait a minute. Hey, sound check Annette. Hey, oh gosh, I saw a name. I don't remember. I think it's Rochelle. Hey, what's up? Okay, so oh yeah, Rochelle BJ. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um Muffin 218 says she is milking the sympathy people are showing. The lab came back with someone in her family's fingerprints. That's all I know. That is not my understanding. My understanding is that the tracker came back, but I never heard of anybody's fingerprints. Gloria Wolf said, "Will the stock making Shirley the bad guy in Nesto's case? Will she stop me? I mean, that's not. I mean, that's not okay. I don't know. That's not what we're here for. I don't know, but
Um, Legacy Moon.
yeah,
I want to say hello to my friend Gloria Wolf. That's my friend.
that's your friend. Is it?
That is my friend. I'm surprised she popped up. Hi, Gloria Wolf. How are you? Glad that you could be here.
Are you? I see. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or
That's my
not.
friend Gloria Wolf.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I know you don't have. Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, I don't have a picture?
No,
Oh,
you don't
shoot.
have a picture.
Oh, my bad.
Uh, yeah, I'm not here to debate and I don't think people are getting it. I am not trying to show this lady sympathy. It's not about that. It's about who done lied. Because
Right.
somebody on this internet is lying, okay?
That
And
part.
that's what it's about for me. Who is lying in this equation? That's all I care about. I do true crime, and if somebody done went and lied on somebody like this, it's a crime, and
I agree.
it needs to be talked about. You know, just like we talked about Sylvia putting a tracker on somebody's car. If she didn't do it, that needs to be talked about.
Thanks.
Period. So, you know, what she does in the Nesto case and all that, um, I don't know. I don't know.
But
But
I think the point is like she's doing all this. I know what it feels like, and I'm this, and I know, and I'm so sympathetic and everything. But it's like what I was talking about. Like you saying all this, but your actions don't reflect what you're saying or which who you're saying that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what she started. I mean, in all fairness to the video, that is what she said at the beginning of this thing that you just played. So so do your actions match what you're saying about yourself? You know what I mean? And I say no. I say no, they don't. But that has nothing to do with the case or what we're talking about. But that is the way she started out the video.
right, okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But I will say that like if you did not see Nyla's, go, y'all need to watch it. I might see if she'll let me uh do a reaction to it, if possible. Because she says some very interesting things about Nesto's case. She did. She really did. So,
About Nesto's case.
uh-huh.
What? Who said? Sylvia?
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
she say?
Um she said that pretty much she knows Nesto is a slickster and a fast talker. She doesn't necessarily believe. See, and this is something that I also want to discuss with her. She believes all people are innocent until proven guilty, and she apparently really believes that. Whereas we can look at, she don't listen to the phone calls or anything like that. Whereas we can look at this, and we've been following this case, and we can say that Negro is guilty. We can say it.
Right, because he tells on himself.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But she don't listen to the call, so apparently is not privy to all. And she said just because even if he had committed crimes or whatever, he deserves redemption. Miss Mad About Music, what video? Nyla's video? I'm not gonna play. I'm funny about playing people's videos, because
She
I
won't care. I'm almost certain she won't. You want me to ask her?
yes, please. If you ask her and she's okay with it, we'll switch gears.
Okay.
But so here's the thing about that statement, right? You can't be a quote unquote courtroom blogger if you go on with a bias. If you believe everybody didn't do it, you're biased. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
If you go into it with the presumption of innocence, like she's saying that it's wrong to have a presumption of guilt,
right,
but you're also wrong if you have a presumption of innocence. You
right,
have to be, if you're going to be a reporter, you have to be non-biased. So you can't know whether, you can't already have it in your head whether he did it or didn't do it. You have to listen to the evidence, because now if you go in with a presumption of innocence, Now you're waiting on something to show you that he did it. You see what I'm saying? Instead of weighing out the facts of the case. So, famous cases like OJ, right? We went into OJ like he ain't do it. So no matter what the fuck Marsha Clark and Chris Darden said, we went into it saying he ain't do it because he black and we black and it's 1994 and we sticking together on this black shit, right? Or 95 or
Mm-hmm.
whenever the shit happened, right? So you can't go into something already thinking one way or the other and call yourself a reporter or a blogger or somebody that's reporting the news. No, you're gonna say, oh yeah, no, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And no matter what, and you're not listening to the calls, you're not probably not paying attention to the evidence and relying on other people to tell you what's going on. Well, you're not very good at your made up job that you made up out of the thin sky.
And let me say this also. LK says LK72 says initially I followed IS, but once she turned on Pam, Fran, Nyla, and showed her true colors. But here's the thing, and look at that. Pam, Nyla, and Fran don't have a problem with the lady. Don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the lady. She just happened to make herself become content. So that's what I did. Content. And if anything else comes up, content. Just it is what it is. But I'm not gonna I don't know. I think people need to get past that. I really do. I think people need to get past it because I don't think that people understand that we are not going to have a Christmas party. We're not going to take a girls trip. That's just not going to happen. It's just
Can I
not.
can I be completely real with you?
Uh-huh.
Legacy Moon, V. Lenore, I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If I was driving down 285
Mhm.
and I seen Sylvia on the side of the road with a flat tire, I'm gonna speed up and drive past her. Okay. All right. Can I just be real? I'm just being
You
real.
are so
I'm being
rude.
real with y'all on early on a Wednesday morning. Okay. Early. It's 1:47 in the AM over here on the East Coast. And I'm being real with y'all right now. If I roll down 285 and I seen that pink hair on the side of the road with a flat tire, when I tell you I'm gonna turn my Kendrick Lamar all the way up, okay, all right, and I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that. They Not Like Us real loud, and I'm gonna speed. I'm talking about 75, 80 miles an hour past her. Okay,
Uh-huh.
all right.
I know you would.
Um, I'm not getting out to help her.
I know.
Okay. You talking about Christmas and holidays and shit. I'm talking about emergency on the side of the road type shit.
But I think that that's what people think. And black but not bitter, that's what I'm talking about. People, because see what happens if people see like us on like, okay, black but not bitter. Let me give you an example. Dana J and Wisdom's daughter. That's all they talk about. The kumbaya, the kumbaya, the kumbaya. What kumbaya? We got up there, all of us, including Native, we all got up there and we talked like adults. There were people in that chat that very night who had a problem with it. There were people when I went live after that who had a problem with it. And that's what I'm talking about. If the people in the situation, if they ain't got no problem with it, I just don't understand. And I'm not saying I'm not am I going to go over there after this live and subscribe to her? No. I'm not. But I think that to distinguish between all things, you know,
Can
I
I
just
say,
that's my thing, huh?
look, I think people get shit fucked up because you see something. And I understand for some to see a bunch of people on a panel together, for some, they feel like, oh, they're all friends now.
Uh-uh.
Whereas sometimes it's just about doing business. Sometimes it's just a matter of think about all the people you work with. Are you friends with everybody? If you had spare time, would you spend your time in a room with all of your coworkers? Sometimes you're going to have to sit in a meeting that you
Mhm.
didn't even know you were going to be a part of with your coworkers. And it doesn't make y'all friends. It doesn't even mean you like them, but it's a matter of doing business on some level. These are the
Right.
things we're discussing so that we can go about doing our business better or in a different way or
Mhm.
with more knowledge or whatever it is. And I think that that's what people need to understand. What you're looking at, there may be more to it than what you're just making the assumption of,
Right.
you know?
Exactly.
So there were a lot of people in Nyla's chat that day that had a problem with it, which is why Nyla came back out here the next day or the next time she went live. She said, "Look, I know y'all got a problem with Sylvia. Have us. That's fine, but that don't mean that we're all gonna be hanging out together. I mean, it's just not like that." So,
I,
and
that's what.
personally, I don't want to see nobody get fucked over because as soon as you be cheering about somebody getting fucked over about some shit they didn't do, that shit will come back and boomerang on you. And that's not gonna be my karma.
You
It's just
know, like anybody striking her channel. Y'all know that this is what this lady do. Whether we think vlogging, YouTube, courtroom vlogging is a made up thing or not, this is what this lady does.
What do you mean or not?
I'm just saying. This is what she
What do you
does.
mean by made up or not? It's made up. What are you talking about?
So, anyhow, whether it's I mean, that's what that lady uses for her income, and to maliciously, because I think anybody who strikes her video is being malicious. I think anybody who strikes anybody's video is being malicious, unless there is something very wrong. Like like I told him, that gremlin ain't got but one more time to go over there on his channel and put me in a title. Okay, one more time. Because it's a difference between doing things for malicious. Are you putting someone in a title because that's the content, or are you putting them in the title because don't nobody come to see Otis and Otis want people to see him? Which is it? That's
now
all I'm saying.
I see my tie is saying, but she laughed at V. Girl, bye. So did she laugh at me when I got locked up? Um, and here's the thing about it. Like, um, do I think that was right? No. If that's what she did, do I think that's right? No. But she probably felt like, well, she's always picking on me and she's always making me the butt of her joke, which I was. Okay. Now, is that enough to be like, oh, yay, she got locked up? No, I don't think so. But, people of a different mindset, they do things of a different mindset.
Right.
And again, this is all I can say now. The lady did apologize when I made it clear what was bothering me and what I found to be wrong. She did apologize for that. When it was recognized that this video where she false doxed me was still up, I asked her to take it down. She did that. Does that mean I want to see her locked up? Does that mean I want to see somebody make up some shit on her? Somebody she met on YouTube just
Hmm.
just come out of nowhere and make up a lie on her, and that gets her locked up and possibly put in prison or whatever. Whatever.
Hmm.
She already went and got locked up. That was fucked up. That's fucked up.
And
Especially if she didn't do what
right.
she did. That is so fucked up, and I will never be okay with it. I just won't be okay with that. And I do believe that the lady's sorry. Now, time will tell, but I do
Right.
believe she was when she apologized to me. I do think she meant it. I do think she's trying to do things differently. I don't have any choice but to believe. I don't have to believe it. I guess I shouldn't say that, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, and I do personally believe she is trying to do different things, and I don't think she wants to be out here fucking around like that. I just don't. But
Right, because now she's doing her courtroom thing. She
mhm.
does seem to be sticking with her cases, and that's that. You know, I do want to say three things before we start this video up. Back up before I start it back up. Because the question was asked, and I don't think I ever really answered it about did she, she go after Dennis Byron to get back at Sylvia? I'm going to say yes for two reasons. Number one, because I happen to know, I was contacted, and I happen to know for a fact that that's what she did. And she did it more so for revenge on Sylvia, because she thought, or she thinks, I don't know what Sylvia and Dennis got or had going on, and I don't care. I really don't. But um, she made the statement, this is what she was going to do. And she has a real thing in her she has a real she gets a bee in her bonnet, and when a bee is in her bonnet, she don't want to let it go. She don't want to let it go. So did she do that for that? Yeah, it's my understanding she did. Can I believe that she did that just without that knowledge or without being told that? And I was told this a few weeks ago. Can I believe this without knowing that piece of the puzzle? Yeah, because that one video she did, and I really wish we would have. I really wish we would have kept count of how many times she said your husband, your boo thing. I believe they got married. Your husband, your girl, your girlfriend. I mean,
That's what I keep saying too. The fact that she keeps saying that is like, girl, why you think that? For one, I'm be honest, even if it's true, I don't know that I have proof of that.
mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if I have proof of that. But even if that's true, why you care? Why does that matter? What relevance is that? But it seems like she was really pressed about it. She must really think it. And she seemed very pressed about it. And even Sylvia had to address it that day when she was mad.
That day she cussed her out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, she said some other things and made me say, wait, what? Okay. But
um, somebody, Rochelle BJ said, DJ mentioned air tags way before DB mentioned air tags. Well, you know what? There are some things that, some of us behind the scenes know, and some of us. So I'll just say that. I'll just say that and leave it at that. Baby Gravy. I'm sorry, Miss Principal. Thank you for the super chat. She said the hair color is disgusting. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Principal. Okay, the relationship, that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is the gremlin made such a big deal out of V saying, if you're lied on this woman, I'm going to drag you. He wants to act like V made a threat to him. He was sitting up on the platform with her when she said it. And then she said it multiple times after. All of a sudden, instantly it became a problem. you know he was sitting up there, but now I hadn't heard him say anything about Taz, because Taz said he was going to drag him too. He ain't say nothing about him. Just like he made a whole video with the three of us in the title, but who did he address? Me and V's disappointed in us because he had us on a pedestal. And see, we not there no more. So I wanted to mention that, and then one more thing that I just forgot, so I guess it'll hit me again, and I'll mention that.
I had
Um,
nothing to say to Native at all. Okay.
all right, nothing at all, nothing.
Except I really like Native. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said, and he took such issue because we said she was going to drag him. Nyla said she was going to drag him, and but he made a real big deal out of V saying that, even though she said it to his face. Um,
Months and months and months ago.
back in April.
Yeah, it
Okay,
easily. Yeah.
right, right, exactly. Shay B says we have to stop lumping every action into one bowl. It's mentally and emotionally exhausting. One thing doesn't have anything to do with another. Um, the real Mocha says he attacks women too weak to go at men. Oh, we know. Been doing it for you. We know. We know. So anyhow, let's get back into this video.
I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life. Some people wish Mr. Mina was gonna put me in jail forever. I believe that God allowed me to go through this so I can have empathy for those that I'm covering, the cases I'm covering.
I don't believe
I
that.
believe God is using me so I can really understand the severity of the feeling of there are truly people who are in jail who don't belong in there. There are truly people who have been convicted of crimes that they have not done. We're not talking about those who are guilty of even lying, of doing a crime. I'm talking about the ones that are innocent. I'm talking about the ones that do not deserve to be in there, but they're in there.
You know what? Nestle Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says the problem with the outcome is the case is deposed, doesn't speak for innocence or guilt. That's right. It was deposed and it doesn't speak for innocence or guilt. But what it says is that the judge threw the case out. Period. That's what that says to me. The judge heard some things and now the case is gone. So that's enough for me. When he
Now,
Go ahead.
now here's the thing, Legacy Moon.
Mhm.
I ain't never been to jail before.
Mhm.
But you know what I do a lot of? As a matter of fact, you know what I did today? My goodness. I read books. And not only do I read books, but I watch a lot of documentaries. I'm
You
pretty
do.
well versed on history, specifically
Mhm.
black history, social justice, civil rights. Okay. I don't have to go to jail to understand that innocent people go to jail. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't have to do that, right? Can it be eye opening for some people? Sure, 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 I guess. But I mean, there have been a lot of people that are what they would call political prisoners, right? You had a lot of Black Panthers. You had Angela Davis, Geronimo Pratt, Mumia Abu Jamal, right? None of these people, none of these people has she explored any of their cases. Has she ever cared about any of this shit that people have gone through? All she cares about is R. Kelly and Nesto. So it's the disingenuousness of what she's saying right now that for me, you know what I mean? Like now she's a champion. She's a champion now. So now we gonna see what's gonna be the difference in her actions now. You know what I mean? Because these people's cases that I just mentioned are decades old, right? And so I hate it when people try to come out like they're coming out for all when they're only coming out for a few. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the problem I have with what she's saying right now. I mean, it sounds good. It does. All right. And I would love for her to prove me wrong. Right. I would love for her to start a petition to get Mumia Abu Jamal off of out of his life sentence. His death sentence was commuted to life, right? So I would love for her, to start a campaign to get this man off of death row who did not shoot a cop, right? But I doubt very seriously if she'll do that. She's just going to talk about how Ernesto didn't do what he obviously did. So I mean, that's the only thing for me when I hear that. That's what perks my ears up is the fact that it's all about certain people being innocent.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm talking about those that have been given certain sentences that they do not deserve. I'm talking about those people. And I believe that God has allowed me to not have that judgmental spirit because I've been through. I know how it is, and it is possible for someone to go through something like this and be innocent. Now, I was accused of. Let's take a look. I was accused of. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Hey, Rossi.
I was accused of criminal trespassing, stalking, stalking, harassing phone calls, conspiracy to commit a crime, conspiracy to commit a crime. Originally, I had two charges. Let me show you. Originally, I had Originally, there was stalking right here and criminal trespassing. That's the original until they transferred it over to this case right here, right?
Okay,
I was
okay,
originally stalking.
okay. Black but not bitter. This is what I saw. What she's showing. This is what I pulled up on the court. Cause I was having trouble getting in and getting it all together and whatnot, and I hit something, and this came up, and I was like, "What is this?" Because as you scroll down, you'll start to see other people's cases too. Because I got confused. I was like, "She got all these cases." Um, this is her main channel, Rochelle BJ. Um, so this is what I had initially saw when I pulled it up when V was live. Now, when Sylvia went over this, I wasn't even paying attention.
And
let me be
criminal.
clear.
Uh-huh.
The document that I shared was what Randa had. What Randa shared. And I want to say she shared that yesterday or last night or something.
Mm-hmm.
So today, when I went live, I just showed that part. So that is very, possible that my stuff was outdated. And that's why I was like, maybe we're going to see, where all this stuff gets updated. But I didn't go looking on the site. I went with what Randa had posted.
Yeah,
So,
I had gotten a thing last night, and I was gonna put it in members, but I fell asleep right in the middle of me doing it. So yeah, but that's not to say. I mean, that's what made me look, because people are reporting the case has been dropped. I was like, well, I ain't seen nothing yet. So when you were live, I was like, let me go look. And that's what I did. And if I had have been thinking, I would have sent it to you, but I wasn't even thinking. I started doing something else, to be honest with you. Oh, I know what I did. That's when I went over to her live to see, what's up, and saw that she had done a live. So, Nestor Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame said, and she did some of those things. Chocolate Drop said, Golden Pearl, which one of the net? See,
No, you got to read Rasta and Zion.
Rasta and Zion said, "Stop lying pon me, Lord."
And that's exactly how they said it too.
oh my God.
Well, I was gonna have to read it like he said it. Yeah, and I, yeah, I gotta. Oh, that's what I was gonna bring up. Wendy Shy had said, just I think one of her comments was like, just keep God out of, just keep him out of it, especially, whatever she's doing. But I really want that video with these visits. I need to see this.
What
So
visit?
the the where she said Wisdom's daughter just showed up.
Oh,
I need to see that.
okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
Trespassing, right? Then they decided to add on these charges right here. These are my original charges right here, count 1 and count 2, right? And then this was in February, right? And then April, they decided to add on these extra charges. April, they add on these extra charges because the individual decided to go, it wasn't enough, decided to go and lie and add on more charges so I can get the severity of whatever it is that they wanted me to get, right? The severity of it. They went on a campaign going from channel to channel to scandalize my name. I have people who say that I was arrested. This is not my first crime that I have done, and I was arrested before. I had all kinds of stuff that's being put on me. And no matter how much I try to scream and yell and say, hey, I'm not guilty of this, people still believed it. Still believed it. Kept going to court, kept believing. Let me tell you something. I was given 2 separate plea deals, y'all. The first plea deal I was given, let me show you.
It's a good thing she didn't take them.
Mm-hmm. What's the Sonya said? They be trying to get you to take plea deals, and you ain't, and you innocent.
Child.
All right, let me show y'all.
I like the way she gives us a chance to take a break during our lives.
I was given two separate plea deals. The first
Shut up.
one, they wanted me to plead to 1 year in time served or something like that. And I said, no, I do not want that. I want to go to trial because when you're innocent and you know you're not guilty of something, you're going to fight to the end. You're going to fight to the end. And that's what I want to do. I want to have my time in court, in jail, just to be vindicated. Okay. If you notice what's written on the side right here, those were my plea deal agreement that they offered me. My plea deal agreement was 12 months probation, 100 hours community service, and then they were going to merge all these other charges into one. You see, merge to count two, suspend, then they're going to merge it to count two, and they were going to give me $1,000 fee, right? See, merge. So it was back to that, those two count, even though they put all these extra one in here, right?
All these extra one in here. You was gonna let that go, native?
Well,
I
here's what I'm gonna say this, and this is not to pick on you, Sylvia, but you heard how she framed this initially. Said you had people going around, and I get it. She's talking about Dana J, with a campaign saying that she had been arrested before. She made it sound like that was a lie.
Mm-hmm. Keep
That
on,
was
V. Keep
that
on.
was. I'm just saying that was not a lie.
Uh-uh.
Now I understand how people might have tried to use that to come at her and say, "See, she did it before; she'll do it again." And I get that. If I wish she had elaborated further, but no, we can't say that. And look, I'm not saying that other case where she got arrested that she wasn't innocent of that, because the truth is she didn't get I think that got dismissed too, didn't it?
That lady, where she hit that lady? she,
Allegedly, yeah.
that, where,
That lady didn't show for court or whatever.
that
Did
lady,
dismissed.
that lady didn't show up for court. So yeah,
So I mean, why that lady didn't show up for court? You
but
hit me in my head, and I called the police on you. I'm coming back to court.
but that lady didn't show up for court, right? But she went on during the court. Boy, I gotta find that video. Sylvia was cussing. When I say she
Ooh,
was
what
using words,
video? When it happened after it happened?
girl, when the girl and they done went to Chicago. Sylvia done went to Chicago, right? This girl did not show up. When I tell you, Sylvia was cussing up a storm.
I don't blame her though.
Ooh, yes. And then guess what? The girl, instead of being in court, she was on YouTube live. Okay.
What?
Yes.
So I don't see, that makes me think that Sylvia didn't hit that lady. Or if Sylvia did hit that lady, there was a reason. Like, why in the hell didn't the lady come to court?
That's why that charge was dismissed. She ain't come to court.
Exactly. I'm going to court. If I've called the police on you because you put your hands on me, you damn sure believe I want to see it through.
Muffin 218 said, I saw that. She did. Oh, she was MFers and effins and bitches
Ooh,
and oh, child. She was, yes. Yes, she was. She was cussing. Mm-hmm.
child.
So we not gonna allow the narrative to run that you ain't never been arrested, because in order for there to have been a court date, they did arrest you, and you did. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she did a press conference about how she was innocent. So
Oh, a press conference? Not a real press conference.
And wasn't she in court being reprimanded by a judge for talking about the jury people? I mean, like, I don't
Well,
know.
that happened with, yeah, that was
that's
later.
YSL.
I mean,
YSL.
I'm just saying, like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it happened.
But she didn't go to jail for that. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She ain't go to jail for that, but she come out with this soft, like, it's the code switching for me. It's the, guys, I'm just, I love people and I have empathy. Why was you calling them SpongeBob SquarePants? That's one of my favorite movies. You know what I mean? It's that whole,
Wasn't another one? Wasn't another one Twister or Tornado?
yeah,
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 Twister.
exactly. Exactly. I'm just saying, like, she just bounces all over the place. Like, which Sylvia are we gonna get today? You know what I mean? Like, it's
Now,
crazy.
I will be honest, and that just said, "Do you really think that that was nice?" She was like, Sylvia was like, you don't think that was, you think it was mean? You think?
Right. Exactly.
Shay B says just because IS is a known hypocrite with a soft voice and disliked by many doesn't mean what was done to her is okay.
I
These
agree.
are separate issues. And I agree with that. I
I do too.
totally agree with that.
No, I agree with that too. I agree with that too. It's messed up. I just, it's just don't come at it at this angle. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, it's like, okay, we get it. It got dropped, you got a lot, but don't come at it from the, I'm just a white sheep, trying to live in this dirty world and not get you know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to get any dust on me because I'm so divine and all this other bullshit. Don't come at it that way. You know what I'm saying? You can come out here without all the flowery, soft voice shit and just say what happened. I mean that it's the theatrics for me that's really irritating. That's all. But no, she doesn't
Um,
deserve what happened to her. Somebody lied on her. No, she doesn't deserve that to happen to her
That was
because of
messed up.
everything that Shaby said. But just come out and tell us without all this other, I'm so imperfect. I'm just trying to live my life for the Lord, and I love people, and I'm not mean to people, and and not just stop, girl,
But is it
stop.
fair? Is it fair to say? And look, time will tell it all.
yes.
Time always tells it all. But I honestly, and look, this just might be me, and y'all, I really do be feeling for people.
I
You know what I mean?
see
Like
I do too. I
I'm
do too.
really sensitive to people. And isn't
I
it
am too.
possible that she could really, really want to start doing things differently? And maybe she, just because she hasn't confessed every error of her ways to everyone out here, or she leaves things out that we think, she should share. I just feel like, isn't it possible that she might try to be doing something different? That's all.
Is it
Right.
possible? Yeah. Is it probable? No. I mean, you know what I
Oh my
mean? Like,
God.
is it possible that I can go out and try out for the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow? Yeah, it's possible. Shit, I know how to get to Flowery Branch, Georgia. But is it probable that I'll make the team? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that level of athlete. Now, don't get me wrong, your boy is an athlete, but not that level of athlete. Okay,
All right.
I'm just saying there's a difference, but the thing is though, when you have the track record that she is going to have to show it versus the soft
I
voice because
agree.
we've heard how long have we been hearing this soft voice? I've been hearing this soft voice
Now,
ever
if the
since I first
woman
discovered her
naturally
channel.
has a soft voice, she naturally has a soft
Yeah, what
voice.
you want
Now, I'm
her
not.
to do? Come out and talk differently? What you want her to do, lady?
Hell yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to come out sounding like Chubb Rock.
Who?
Chubb Rock
Chubb
bust
Rock.
into the scene.
Oh, not Shop Rock. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, people and people. First of all, anybody who has been following me for a long time, or long since I've been on here, or found me midway, y'all do know that I do have empathy for people. I really do, and I am gonna be fair, and I am going to give not everybody a chance, but some people like Dana J. He ain't never got the. First of all, he better not never call my name again. But I have no.
Every time you say that, you know that he's just 2 seconds from saying "Legacy Man."
Well,
That
see,
nigga,
right, and see, he can't
that nigga's
swarm.
typing LEG.
But look,
Repeat.
he cannot swarm and swoop down here or appear like Candyman because guess what? He's blocked on every name I know him to go by. He is blocked. Okay, so he can't swarm down in this chat. Okay, certain other people can't just drop out in this chat. Just oh hi, no, let truce. No, never, because they're blocked. The real Mocha says Sylvia had proof that she was filming a live at the. I know she was because that's the one Sylvia was on there cussing. Because
Oh, I gotta
the
see that.
I'm trying to tell you, if I could find it, I'll get it. And I would.
Okay.
That was funny as hell.
Mm.
Um, the real, I mean, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame says she called her subs bugs and was zapping
Oh,
them out of her chat like she was swatting bugs. Well,
uh-uh. Were they acting funky towards her though? Look, I mean, look, I ain't trying to be over here just taking up for Sylvia. I'm just saying,
see, and this is now here. Okay, wait. I don't mean to interrupt you,
saying.
but why does Native got to be? He's keeping it real, but me and V aren't because we had. I mean, I just. I don't know. Let me. I'm just
I'm
gonna
being
play.
honest. Let me say this. Just exactly what you were saying, Legacy Moon, is exactly how I have felt, even though I was giving Sylvia the business. Again, I have tried to say this more times than a few, that I've never had an issue with Sylvia. Like, me and her never had any beef. I never saw it as beef. I saw her as fair game to discuss because she had intermingled with the people we were covering. Okay.
Right.
So that happened. Then she and Dennis had this report, this, I don't know what kind of rapport they had. Like, it was just, they were back and forth. Like, 1 minute they're cool and 1 minute they're angry. And then there's this discussion about this dress. So all of that was happening. And I just thought it was funny. The way that they were talking about each other and to each other, I thought that shit was hilarious. And so I came out talking about that stuff. But it wasn't because I had a problem with Sylvia. Fast forward, when all this happens with this air tag, I'm in the midst of giving Sylvia the business and teasing her and that kind of thing. But when this situation happened with Dana J and her, I said it before I even said it to Dana J's face. I said, look, I don't like a lot of shit Sylvia does. I don't. But if this man has lied on her, if in fact she is innocent of the shit that she is being accused of, I'm going to drag him. I'm going to drag him. Now, I also, and you're right, Lexi Moon, that I told him that on my channel when he was on my panel and Dennis Byron was sitting right next to him. And I said, I'm going to drag you. If you're lying on this lady, I'm going to drag you.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And even though that lady, false docs me and all that shit, I still am not the type of person that is going to wish that somebody would lock her fucking ass up, even though she may not have done what they're saying she had done. So I still am like, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair. And I just think that we should all be fair. Doesn't mean that the things that irk you about her don't irk you, or that you shouldn't feel irked about it. You have every right to feel however you feel about her, honestly. And like I said before, I'm not going to sit here and say I'll never speak on Sylvia again. I said I was going to speak on this case once it was dissolved, whatever, resolved, whatever. But I mean, if something else comes up and she's a content, I'm gonna speak on it. But I don't feel the need to go picking on her or anything
Right.
like that. And,
Exactly.
and
Aunt
I'm not.
Nat.
She and I may not be friends. We are definitely not enemies. I'm not her enemy. I'll just put it that way.
Right. Hey, Miss Buckeye. Aunt Natty said, Legacy, I'm not saying anything bad about you. You're just sweet and Native is just real. And you know I love you and V. No, I'm not saying that you are. And you weren't the only one who said that. But what I'm saying is I just think people because that like I we're not best friends. Like I said, I'm not going to subscribe to her or anything like that. But I am willing to look at things in a different with a different eye. I am willing to do that because I still want the truth. I
Right.
still want the truth. That's all I
No,
want is the truth at
read what
this
Mr.
point.
Shackle Shuffle wrote.
Oh, let me see. Where is okay, she says my question is how do you know he lied? Well, there must have been, I mean, judges just don't throw stuff out or whatever,
Exactly.
if somebody's telling the truth. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah. If there is actual evidence that they have, and I mean, why would they? Why would they? Why would the judge throw it out?
Yeah, it just would not have it. They heard some evidence, and for some reason, all of these charges have been dropped. Why would that have happened?
Yeah, why?
So,
Found something out. There was something that did not add up, and that is why they are throwing that shit out.
hmm
Because if they had her for sure to have done it, yeah, they would
right,
proceed. At
right.
least with one or two of them. You mean to tell me they gonna drop every single last one of them?
And
That,
I am fully ready to, like, that's why I put my petty juice picture up there, and that is why I have my thumbnail the way I have it, because if this man lied on this woman, and do I have proof? No, I don't have proof. Queen Black said cases get thrown out for lack of evidence, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. But he claims he had all this evidence, him and
right.
Wisdom's daughter. Where
Exactly. If
what
there's so
happened?
you said for lack of evidence, they throw it out. So then it's possible that they lacked evidence because maybe she didn't do it.
And maybe there wasn't all the evidence. Like I said, people on this YouTube have been known for faking, making up papers. Now that I won't accuse Sylvia of, because I know she can't do that. But there are people who I know and I've seen fake documents, fake a lot of things, fake their benefits package. I've seen it. I've seen it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Roster and Zion said, "This one liar for true my youth. Put sheep on Tyler Perry studio, my lord. Fire feed that movie up. Fire for the you'll speak you'll speak patois.
I
You'll speak."
don't know. You heard what I said about that damn unconstructed English and whatnot. And be killing me. I don't know what the hell y'all be talking. Uh,
Ah. Let me see here. Shay B says, and then we'll get back into the video. Shay B says, "What does IS speaking in a gentle Christian soft voice today have to do with her case with Dana J? Nothing." Um, and let me see. Aunt Natty said, "If a judge has okay, if a judge has think both have dirty hands and wasting the court's time, then they will dismiss the case." But I mean, yeah, that could happen too. That could happen too. All I know is the gremlin was upset. Okay, sitting up there talking about appeals, and you can't appeal nothing that didn't. Hey, it hasn't been adjudicated, so what's he appealing? And who am I going? Okay, let's say you have two liars. Okay, I'm a believe the one who's always in somebody's business and constructing and picking things apart. That's the one I'm gonna look at side eye. Speaking of eyes, okay.
oh my.
Anyway, Carlton Brown said, "If Sly is lying, are y'all going to drag her? Lying about what? This woman did not get on here. Look, all I'm concerned about is the lady's
Yes.
case is dropped.
Yes. I'm a lie. I'm a drag her if she lied. Now how we gonna prove that? Because what the proof is saying to me, this is just for me. It may not be proof for y'all. But what the proof says to me is that somebody claimed they had a bunch of evidence to prove that this lady was stalking and harassing and shit. And it sounds like they don't have it, or maybe they were supposed to provide it. I don't know what the hell happened, but I do know that the case got dropped. So if the case has been dropped or dismissed or what have you, then to me it seems like the burden is in the burden of proof on him anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can get
Lies with Dana J.
one thing Sonia said is true. You can get anybody arrested. You can go down and tell the police anything. They might do a little piece of investigation, but as time goes on and as things come out, you find out, oh, okay, well, this didn't happen this way or whatever. Nikki G says, "I'm not a fan of IS, but I don't think what happened to her was right. That doesn't mean I'll support her. We all have too many options. her on YouTube
fair.
for her to be a factor. Exactly. And I would never go and have somebody thrown in jail because I wanted to or because I could, you know. And apparently, like I said, that tracker did track back to her daughter. However, perhaps they got something through the investigation that found out that, okay, yeah, the tracker was on the car, but it was already there. And I know a lot of people were saying she should sue Dana J. I mean, that Negro wouldn't even pay for a car. What's she gonna get out of a civil suit? But I know somebody who she should sue that might have a little piece of money
Who?
since they work for the government. Okay, back
Oh,
into this.
well, they don't work for the government
I,
though.
I know they wasn't. I know they never worked for the government, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, you know, somebody dodging child support is not a good candidate, just, to sue. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's a good point.
And look at what they have said on here, the conspiracy. It says here, Sylvia Parks Tumasimi, with the offense of conspiracy to commit a crime for the accused on the first day of June 2022 in Clayton County, Georgia, did unlawfully conspire with Christopher V. Gunn, aka Dabowski, and a person identified as Ratchet Randa Baby to commit the offense of harassing telecommunication in the furtherance of said conspiracy, called for an open harassment of blank, his name, and the publishing of Mr. Jackson's private information, including but not limited to his address, commonly known as doxing. Y'all, when did I do that? When did you ever see me on my channel put anybody's address to dox them? Especially this person. When did I do that?
Oh, she didn't kick
You
nobody
guys
out of
know
this
that
live either, y'all.
this stuff that was in this file in this case was all a lie. And no matter how many offers they gave me 2 different offers. The last offer they gave me was for me to do 1 day and they wipe everything else. I said no. And they said your time already served because you already did 8 days. I said no. I said no. I don't care. I am going to trial. I am not going to plead guilty to something that I know without a shadow of a doubt. I don't care what anybody has ever said about me. I know that I did not do it. And if I have to spend the rest of my life in jail for it, then it'll so because I know I did not do it. I did not stalk anybody. What reason would I have to stalk this person? This person owes me money. They owe me money of something that I won. I won the lawsuit. I won. They did not want to pay it. So instead of paying what they owe me, they decide to say, hey, she's stalking. First of all, I want to.
She did win that lawsuit because I saw that video too. So
Yeah.
she did win that lawsuit.
Educate some folks about the law in Georgia. It is not illegal to put a tracker on someone's car, even if it don't belong. I'm saying that because people say, oh, you put some tracker on his car. Okay, let's say I did. Okay, let's say that I did that. Okay. It is not illegal to put a tracker on somebody's car, even if they don't know. What is illegal is for you to stalk somebody. That is illegal, to stalk. Now you put yourself in my position. What reason would I have to stalk that individual? Have you ever seen me? Because you guys know I stay online all the time. Have you ever seen me riding to this person's house to stalk them? And I live on the internet most of the time throughout this whole time. Have you ever seen me go to this person's house? Have you ever? Now, here's the thing. People don't understand when there's also another side of any kind of case. There's also the defense side. Defense has to give their evidence, right? Don't you know I have a phone that tracks me everywhere I go? A phone that have towers that pings everywhere I go. Okay. And you guys remember there was that day on June 1st, the date that they saying that supposedly happened. I was on live and I showed you guys I was on live. My attorney saw I was on live, and for my phone not to even ping where this person lives. So there's no possible way in hell that I was over there to do that or do any of that stuff. But I spent almost 2 years of hearing so many people on the internet ridicule me, call me all kinds of names, because the distaste and dislike that they have for me, that they were willing to believe any lie that is against me.
And let me say this. Can we stop it right there?
I had already.
I think that she is under the impression that a lot of people are doing that. And she probably, just like how when we were on Nyla's and she said, well, you were saying that I molested my child. No, I never said that, right? So I get how she could probably believe that. Even where this case is concerned, I never once said that Sylvia was guilty of this shit. I never once said that. I talked about it. I talked about what the fuck was going on, what the dates were, or whatever. But never once did I say, oh, yep, she did it. Because I didn't know if she did it. I don't know this nigga that's over here accusing her of that. And now let's really think about it. Knowing that she was live, I believe what she's saying. I believe she was live, whatever day that is they're talking about. I do. We know that the judge threw out all the fucking cases. We know that she admits to having had a air tag on that first car. She admits to having done that. And Randon, she came out here weeks ago, and actually I heard Randon say months ago that Sylvia had a tracker on the first car. I mean, it is what if she had the air tag in the first car, that it kind of makes sense, whatever. So, with all those facts, isn't it possible then we turn around and we say, okay, now somebody is accusing her of stalking. That means if the judge threw everything out, that means somebody manipulated the facts and
Mm-hmm.
created a narrative so that this person could be arrested for some shit that they didn't do. You got an air tag, you got you got I mean, I don't know. I just think that she if we are to believe that the judge threw things out because she likely didn't do this shit, what does that say about the person who accused her? That's all I'm saying. They
Okay.
really went out of their way. If I mean, and look, I gotta lean towards the fact that she probably didn't do this shit. I mean, I know some people don't necessarily see it that way, but the likelihood that she actually did it at this point, for me, I don't think she did it.
So Leo lady said that was a lie. She just told in the state of Georgia it is illegal to put a tracker on a vehicle and the other person not be aware of it, and that can be a charge of stalking.
Okay, now
Um,
I looked it up, and it does say that in Georgia it is not illegal
but
to put
but let me ask,
a car,
let me say this,
but
Leo
wait,
lady,
but the car can. I mean, but that tracker cannot be used for the intention of harassing.
harassing and stuff. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, Native. What's happening? Are you?
Um, yeah, no, I'm fine. My internet is kind of acting crazy right.
Oh, okay. So that's why it keeps doing that. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I just was it was I was getting scared for a moment.
no, I'm good.
I also wait a minute, what else did Leo lady said? She said it is illegal if the person driving the vehicle is unaware and the air tag is in the state of Georgia, not my law, Georgia's law, Google. But here's the thing, that was her car.
It was her
It was
car,
her car. It's not like she went and put a tracker on his car.
right?
She went there was a tracker already on the car is what I understand. And even if she put it on, when she decided to, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't pay for it, so it was a lease and he didn't even pay for a lease. So that's the different, that's what we have to look at. Yeah, it may be illegal to randomly put like that one case of that man who had been stalking his girlfriend. He put a air tag on her car and then he was just showing up places. Oh, fancy bumping into you, you know but this was her car, and this was like he hadn't paid for it. I can't even get into the facts of explaining the second car because I didn't even know anything about it until V brought it up on her show, so I didn't even know anything about the second car. So and it's my understanding that he took the tag from the first car and put it on the second car himself. And
Yeah, 'cause and they are saying that it was mentioned in previous lives that he was talking about air tags like a year before Dennis even mentioned it. Allegedly. I don't know.
hmm
But they're
right,
saying it was beforehand.
right, right. But I, to me, I just, it's not. That's what we need to distinguish. The real Mocha says she was told by the court to go to his job to get her vehicle because he wasn't paying. He wouldn't return it, and they took him to court. Yeah, and she won that court case. She did. She won the court case. Uh,
And isn't it possible that he could, just be angry about that and revengeful and, you know, was willing to do anything to go after her? And maybe Dennis did mention it to, well, we know Dennis mentioned it to him.
there's a whole live about that.
Yeah, but when he mentioned it to him, maybe in his mind, I mean, this is just look, at this point we're just throwing out possibilities. I'm not saying he did this. But let's say when Dennis brought it up to him about, yes, she told me she had the air tag on the car or whatever. That might have been his cue to be like, oh, she told you that, huh? Yeah, I did find the air tag. And now the story gets flipped. And now you have the fuel you were looking for because A, she won a judgment against you for $6,000, and B, you haven't paid it, you don't intend to pay it, or whatever the hell it is that you got going on there. I'm just saying.
Well, what I'm gonna say is okay, and the real Mocha says he took the air tag from the car Sylvia leased to him.
Mm-hmm.
He took it and claimed she put it on his new car to
Yeah.
get her charged. And
Yeah.
I firmly believe that, and that is my opinion. So Dana J, I'm allowed to have one, and I say this, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers.
So that's how I feel about it. You know, if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
Um,
Carl,
also, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, because I want to get these questions. Shay B said, my question is, if Dana J made a post about the AirTag in October, why did he give the impression he's just discovering it in December? Aha, exactly. You're right.
You mean a year before all this came out? Because Dennis and he didn't have that discussion until like it was last year. It was early last year.
He posted about this AirTag, and I mean, I can get it. I can get it. Carlton Brown said DB lied and told the guy, did y'all drag him? Well, for obvious reasons, that's just not going to happen in the case of V. In the case of me, I don't care. I really don't care. Simply because I had been saying I saw that for what it was worth
Well, what part what are we saying that Dennis lied about? What?
about the AirTag.
What did
And
he lie about? What did he
it,
lie about?
exactly, because Dennis knew that there was an AirTag on
Yeah,
that car.
because
He
Sylvia mentioned it. Sylvia
Sylvia
told
told
him,
him.
yeah, and then he mentioned it to Dana, right? And so I don't understand what is the lie that Dennis told. I'm
The
not taking up for Dennis. Like let's not. I don't want that to be the narrative. I'm
yeah,
not taking up for Dennis.
child, 'cause
I'm just
yeah.
trying to deal with the fucking facts. I'm just asking what is the lie? Because here's the other thing: when they sent that air tag out to be traced, and the air tag came back to Sylvia.
So wait a minute.
Well, it came back to Dallas, I believe.
It came back to Dallas. It
Hmm.
came back to Dallas.
But still, which is Sylvia, right? So I guess my question is, what is the lie? Was it fucking messy as fuck? Absolutely. Absolutely. and it was kind of fucked up that, and not even kind of, it's horrible that this woman went to jail behind it. That's fucked up.
Right.
But I was gonna say there was a question right above, not too far up, where Nesto Shackle Shuffle was saying something about maybe it was deposed because I can't remember what he
Well,
said.
I know she feels like it doesn't prove she's innocent. It just proves there's not an innocent or a guilty plea, and that's true. But to me, thrown out is pretty much saying innocent, as far as, and that's my opinion of that. Now, that's just my opinion.
But go back, because there was something about the exact wording she used, and I had a response for it, but I can't quite remember.
Okay, let me see here.
Oh, I guess I could have moved this up. Wait.
Okay, wait. V. Lenore, what if the
Uh-huh.
case was deposed because the 8 days were considered time served? 8 days for stalking?
Well, and now look, they offered Sylvia a plea, but they're not just gonna I don't believe that they would just throw out the case. Why wouldn't they just say that? I don't think that they just threw out a case because what about the 8 days? Because it was time served.
Yeah, and first of all, they're not going to give you 8 days for stalking. Now, stalking is taken too seriously.
Mhm.
Wait a
and
minute.
and criminal trespass and conspiracy to commit a crime or some shit. It was like a bunch of stuff.
But how could it be time served if he didn't get sentenced? Wouldn't the sentence come and then they would say time served?
Yeah,
Like,
she would have to be sentenced for it to be considered time served. It wouldn't work like that.
right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Um. Okay, I
And
have.
let's just think about this. Look, I just want to understand, isn't it more likely than not that what somebody said that she did, they had no proof of that she had done it? And
I
that's why they threw it out? Wouldn't that, I mean, let's just think logically.
I but
That's
I think people are looking at the fact and saying, "Oh, she's a liar. Sylvia lies." And that's neither here nor there, because she can come on YouTube and say whatever she wants, but that judge is not viewing, he's not doing, just like we say, Nesto, them folks ain't looking at YouTube to prosecute him. That's not how it's working.
right.
Judge ain't looking at you to make a decision. He's looking at the evidence in front of her.
Yep. Yeah, because they're not out here saying, "Ooh, she did lie on this day, and she lies over here all the time." All this shit going on YouTube ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in that courtroom. And just like Legacy Moon just said, they're gonna look at the facts. They're gonna look at the paperwork. They're gonna look at the proof. And if there's none of that there that can justify moving forward, they're gonna get rid of it. And maybe there were delays in place because maybe they thought there would be more evidence. I don't know. But
Right.
I think they feel like it has wasted the court's time long enough.
Right. Exactly. Um so I don't know where this is. Callie Cooley said thrown out is usually when the DA doesn't want to pick up the case for lack of evidence. I have someone sent me where I'm not sure where this, if this was from Dana J. I don't know where it came from, but it says let's play a street game called Apple AirTag, but you're it. And it's got all these emojis, and then it says Sunday, October 1st, 2023 at 3:18 p.m. And then it's got a bunch of laughing emojis. I would need to see this original. I need to see the original. I need to know where it came from so I could see the original. Good night, Dre's runt over Crocs. Peace and blessings to you too. Nikki G says, I really feel like the DA got info on the mess
Yeah.
with Dana J, Wisdom's daughter, and Dennis Byron, and they dropped the case, in my opinion.
I think it's possible that somebody gave them some information about the bullshit that's going on out here between these folks. And while they've got these serious cases hanging over their heads, they're out here talking to each other online. I feel like that was the dumbest shit ever for everybody involved. Why are y'all out here talking about each other?
Right. Just stop. Just stop. A
And
late.
he's dumber than any, well, I shouldn't say that, because here's the thing. I don't think Sylvia was doing a whole lot of talking about her case. She brought it up every now and then. In recent weeks, she was like playing the dumb shit he was over there talking, and
Mm-hmm.
he knew that talking about the case would bring people to his channel. So that's why he's talking about the case. But she wasn't trying to do that. And you see, if he's not talking about his case, or he's not talking about one of us over here, nobody's going over there.
Nobody.
So
Nobody.
so now he's talking more about it. And then that, to me, was stupid as hell on his part, because you're saying this lady is stalking you. You're saying that this lady is criminally trespassing. You're saying that this lady is harassing you, but you are showing up where she is. You are online talking about her. You're doing a tour, but you're antagonizing her.
Mm-hmm.
And but you're scared. You're the victim, right? That doesn't
Mm-hmm.
make that was stupid.
A lady says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. None of the three of them have clean hands. We'll never consider them trustworthy. That's the lesson."
And that's
Look, and that's fair. That is very fair. All I'm saying is, see, now that all this has happened, I can go back and look at stuff, and I can look at stuff
with different eyes.
with different eyes. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first time I was looking, my two eyes was looking at it like, okay, well, I guess she did do it. She put this air tag on there, and I don't understand Georgia laws or anything like that. Now I can look at it with all three of my eyes and say, wait a minute. Because that doesn't mean I'm just going to take everybody's word for it. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to be looking into the documents so I can see what actually happened. I know what he said. I know what she said. Now I'm going to go and look and see what the documents say. So that doesn't mean, I'm taking, but one thing for sure, I know she's not lying about this case being dismissed, because I can't see her coming out here doing that. And then, all of a sudden it's not dismissed. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be stupid. That would be stupid.
They were willing to put out so many hateful things about me because they dislike me so much that they're willing to take anything negative, anything that's criminal, and say,
By the way, she's not necessarily talking about us. She's talking about WD.
yes, she did it, without having any proof. Any proof. And let me tell you, the reason why the prosecution decided to drop this case, because they knew they had no case whatsoever. None of the evidence that they had matched to what my attorney has. Okay? These things here could be a lifesaver, or it could be a damaging situation for somebody. Okay? This phone tracks everywhere I went. Every single spot. When he made those accusations and things, they didn't see my calls. No way. I don't even go to Clayton County. That is the whole deal. They didn't see no Clayton County on my phone. Nowhere. Nowhere. How can you say that I came to your house and did put this on, and they didn't see no tracking nowhere? I don't go to Clayton County. The only time I've been going to Clayton County is to go to court dealing with this. Dealing with this case. This case. There is absolutely no evidence of me going over there. None. Absolutely no evidence whatsoever. Everything was built on lies. But I went to jail.
That is so fucked
In
up.
fact, I wasn't even committing a crime when I got arrested. I was covering the YSL case. I was in the courtroom doing my job, y'all. The person came to the courtroom and said to the people, hey, she has a warrant. And then they lied and said, I knew I had a warrant. No, I did not. I did not know I had a warrant. The detective asked me to come down to his thing. I called the attorney. The attorney said, for what? Where are you going down there? You don't need to go down there. I didn't go. The detective got upset with me because I did not go. And that's no reason to have somebody a warrant to put out for somebody's arrest because she didn't want to go. I have a choice. This is America. I don't have to go someplace that I don't want to. There was no reason. There was no probable cause. None whatsoever. But y'all sat there and y'all believe not my people. I'm not talking about the ones that really know me. I'm talking about the ones that dislike me so bad that they wish that I was going to jail. But let me tell you something. In life, whatever you hope for, whatever ditch you try to put somebody in, you make sure you dig 2 ditches because you're prepare for one for yourself. And then that woman got the nerve to talk about, oh, she's seen the evidence. She said, I seen the evidence. She is going down. I saw that. What damn evidence did she see?
That absolutely happened, y'all. That absolutely happened.
But Sylvia, I hope you ain't talking about me, girl, because I didn't wish she was going to jail.
No, she's not. She's not. First of all, V, you know she ain't gonna say nothing about you. And no, she's not. She's talking about. That's why I said before when she was talking, she's not talking about us. She's talking about, WD over there. Yeah,
because I really wasn't wishing that. I really wasn't.
Right.
What evidence? Made up bull.
Now I will say this. Let me stop this. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame is making a good point because I'm sitting here thinking she's saying she didn't know she had a warrant, but she did because they came to her house.
Mm-hmm.
And but then again, we are getting this information. Well, no, bottom line is they did come to her house. Allegedly, they came to her house to arrest her because she had the warrant. And allegedly, she slipped out some sort of way. Hold on. Is that y'all beeping or
That's
me?
my microwave.
Oh, I was like, beep. I said, okay. But shit, what was the last thing I said, y'all? The fuck? I heard that beeping and I thought it was over here, honestly. I was like, wait. Is somebody trying to get here?
No,
what was it, child? Native, you supposed to know where I left off.
Oh, you was talking about the lady on the information. Where got the information from?
They said allegedly that she slipped out or whatever, and that she slipped out because remember she came live to prove to us that she was not in the house or some shit. I forgot what that was. But 2 days later is when she actually got arrested. So that is true. Now, Sylvia, you had to have known you had a warrant because we knew you had one. You see what I'm saying? Right. Now that right here, we knew you had one because Dennis came out here and told us.
Okay. and not only that, Dallas got on there talking about swatted. First of all, when you're swatted, they send a SWAT team, not 2 people.
Well, they say now swatting is anytime you call the police on. It's not just when the SWAT team shows up.
But I know when they knocked on that door, they told Dallas they were looking for her and what they wanted. I know that they had to.
Yeah.
But just go to show you, Sylvia said, oh, no, that's not true because they can't. And she said this a long time ago. She didn't say that today. But, she had said they can't arrest you they don't come out on Saturdays to arrest you on misdemeanor. No, they come out to arrest you. Well, huh?
That was a Sunday.
Or the weekend. She said the weekend.
Really?
Yeah, she did say that.
What makes her think that?
When the police started having hours that they don't arrest people.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just telling you what she said on one of her lives.
Every day, all day.
I'm just telling you what she said on one of her lives. She said that
come out on the weekends.
That they don't come out on the weekends to arrest you on misdemeanors. And that's not true. They come out to arrest you when you need to be arrested. Period.
Do you know every criminal would leave Atlanta every weekend? Like just be gone. Where Marco at? Oh, Marco left town. He got that warrant.
He'll be back on Friday.
He'll be back on Monday.
No, he'll be back on Friday because they don't arrest on the weekend. So you got to be gone through Friday.
Just like she said, you can be on parole and go out of town, on the weekends. I mean, you can go out of town if it's misdemeanor. And no, it's not true.
I remember when I was now look, when I was in jail, they said the transport people, they don't come on the weekends. They did say that shit.
Now that I believe, because that's transport. You know, them
But
people
they
get paid
do.
extra for that.
But they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
wow.
I mean, they do. They said they come in all the time. They got somebody working all the time.
Now I would think for that, no. Um, let's see here. Miss Principal, thank you for the super chat. She said warrant arrest office hours only.
9 to 5.
Shabby said 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
That's
Yeah,
great.
but she said you can you because another thing that person was supposed to that person got on their live and said is that, and then she was encouraging people to call the bail bondsman. See, I don't have time for that that's the foolishness I don't have time for. Hey, Life Unleashed, I'm not going to be sitting up calling a bond, a parole, especially if it don't directly affect me. No, I'm not doing that. I am not
I
doing
hate
that.
when people say y'all can call this number and find out if y'all want to. I hate when they do that.
Hmm.
Come out here and tell me what they gonna tell me if I call them.
Yeah,
Nigga,
or just like you say,
call
I called this lawyer's office and they said, but y'all find out, y'all call and find out. Well, if you called and you know what they told you, why can't you
tell us.
make it make sense? Make it make sense. Native, I wish you would read your text messages. Um, so anyway, Nikki G said this is just too much incarceration talk for me. All right, we'll get back into it.
Not incarceration talk.
Evidence. None whatsoever. None. People dislike me because I was a supporter of R. Kelly, right? Because they said, oh, you're supporting somebody who's a pedophile. They don't even know the history about why I was supporting R. Kelly. They don't understand how I actually met the man and saw the condition that man is. That man has a mindset of a child.
Now, let me tell you, I completely disagree with this. Completely. Okay.
And look, she about to prove the point as to why nobody understands why she was supporting him. And she about to say because he had a childlike mind. Is that why he was trying to fuck children?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you listen to it.
This man was abused as a child himself. At 8
Abused?
years old, he was raped and he was
Abused?
being used. People don't understand that.
Wait a minute, before I finish playing this, let me say I did tell her. I said, now I said, Sylvia, she said, I'm not, because when I told her I wanted to talk to her about some things that she talked about in this video, and this is one of them, because I really want to get I want to just get into it. When I say get into it, I don't mean fight. I mean, I just really want to have a discussion, because she brings up victims, so I just want to have a discussion about it. But she said, oh, you want to talk to me, the fat mouse? And I said, I don't call you the fat mouse anymore. I even removed the fat mouse emoji. I did. I said, now,
Wait,
huh?
wait, you did talk to her tonight?
Yes, I did. I
Oh,
did.
good. Okay, you went on over to Nyla's?
Uh-huh. I did.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
So, I've removed the fat mouse emoji and everything. I said, now them S's, I said, I'm not gonna let that go, Sylvia. I'm not. That I won't. I said it's funny, and I'm not gonna let that go.
Mhm.
So, she did, and I asked her. I said, when you were little, when in the beginning, did you speak Creole? And she said she spoke Creole, and she also spoke Spanish. But she said when she was in foster care, um, she didn't want to be a foreign kid. So she says she blocked out both languages. And
Oh my God.
I know what you gonna say, Native and everybody else, but I honestly can believe that. I can
Mm,
believe that. So
okay.
I can.
But how you leave out the S in the middle of a word? She said abused.
I hate you.
She said abused. How you
You
abused something? Since you talked to her, did you ask her that? Did you ask her how you abused something?
know
How
I
something
did.
gets abused?
Now y'all see why when I do have her over here, Native will not be
Don't
on
let
the panel.
Why? Because I sure these are the questions that people want to know. You on some other shit. This is what the people want to know right here. How you abuse something, Sylvia?
Mr. Groove says, shout out to V. Lenore and Legacy on the moon, marooned with Aboriginal native.
Not Aboriginal.
Not Aboriginal. The fuck?
Um, but Sylvia, I if you say he's been abused, and say you say that he has a childlike mind, and we say hurt people, does that mean we should not we should allow the hurting people who hurt other people to just go free?
Right. I'm
Because
gonna let you. I'm
he's guilty. So what is there to defend, I guess?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep letting y'all listen. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
letting y'all listen because this is what I had. Aunt Natty said, "Poor Legacy, your heart is so big." No, I just really want to discuss as a victim because what she said makes no sense. And as a victim, I just want to actually ask her some questions. And as her mother being a victim, I just got questions and to express, listen, I'm a victim. And I didn't go out messing with kids, you know. I multiple times have been a victim. But and that's the conversation that I want to have. I know everybody's not going to like it.
And I have definitely never, I would never. Do you understand how much I love babies and how much I love kids? And the fact that you've gone through something like that. Like, I understand that there are some people that are going to repeat the cycle, but baby, my brain is and heart is switched in another direction. I'm
Mhm.
gonna go harder at trying to protect and be madder when I see that shit repeated. That's the kind, and I think most people, I just want to believe most people are gonna be like that.
Right. The it is a very, very extremely small percentage of victims who turn out to be abusers
Right,
of that crime. I can't
right.
speak for child abuse and domestic violence. I can't speak for those, but
Mhm.
in that case, that type of abuse, there are very few people who have been victims that turn into abusers. Native, if you don't check your email, I mean your what you call it,
Okay.
huh?
Okay.
Queen Black
I
said.
already know what it says, and I'm not even looking or no. But are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Why
But
you grunting
the,
like that? The
see
whole
that
chat is concerned about all that grunting.
that's why I've emailed I've texted him twice about, but he has not even opened it. He hasn't even looked. Now, do I need to put it in Instagram what I said? Because I will.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Because I said if you need to go, you need to go. You know, I know it's
Um,
past your bedtime and things, so I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Um,
you could go to bed if you want to go to bed, because you know see you are here for your content. Do you want to go to bed? Because
mm,
oh, you could go see. You could go night night. You want to
mm,
go night night? You don't need to go night night.
so, but I mean, it's fine. Okay, I don't want to keep because then I don't want to upset him. But I just was getting concerned. Queen Black said, and I think I read this, but it bears repeating. Past trauma doesn't give you a pass in life. And Nikki G said, please bring Native up. He will ask his insults in a professional way. IS won't even get it.
it won't even be insults, honestly. Like I just have like I if you answer them, you answer them. If you don't, you don't. But I just have questions about the way she talking and the
I
stuff
just,
she saying. I mean, like I be perplexed. Like abused. Like y'all talking you mean to tell me that because she's Haitian, she says abused. And abused is what Haitian people say when they come to the United States.
so,
That's what you saying, and that's all. That's what I would want to ask her. Like, it ain't even jokes. Like, I'm seriously curious about. Like, I spent a lot of time studying English and words and writing and all this other stuff, right? And I'm just really curious about why she talk like this.
Right, and yeah, I mean, I know that if Native had a question for her, he wouldn't just get it because he didn't do it. Even when he had his digs when he was over at Nautilus, but he didn't. He didn't really.
I didn't hear him say anything negative about.
Oh yeah, he said all I want to know is which language that don't
Wait,
have
did
the.
you say native? You
He
I
said
asked her which language. They talking about she, English her second language. Well, what's the language where you ain't got to say the S's?
you
I
he,
did.
just want, I just want to know that because I want to learn that one because damn, these S's be dragging me down sometimes. I want to be able to talk like that too. Shit.
and I know Native can conduct himself, but I did tell her she would not be harassed or bullied, and I will never have anybody on the panel that's going to be disrespected. I didn't allow it with V. I didn't allow it with Native, and I'm not going to allow it. I'm just not. Especially those two. Okay, I'm not going to allow it. But Wendy Shy said, "Go to bed, Native, if you're in pain." He says he's okay, so I'll believe him. Was
I think you're
that's what he said.
moving limbs and stuff too because we were on live for 4 hours.
Right. And I told him to go if he needed to go walk, he can just go walk. But he wouldn't know that I said any of those things because he didn't open up my message. But anyway, I'm gonna play this so y'all can hear her logic, okay? And I'm gonna go get my potatoes, okay, V?
Okay,
The microwave that's beeping.
I swore somebody was in this house.
Well, Quay Black, I was eating my frozen fruit, but I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna go get these potatoes out the microwave. That's all. All right, y'all.
People want to say, okay, he shouldn't do, but these are people who's been hurt, who has been gone through stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? They've gone through stuff. Okay, it's all right for y'all to believe all women, but what about them young men that has been raped and been hurt? What about them? What about them? I'm not condoning anything that this man was accused of or convicted of. I'm not no, but he does. If you read his jail report, the TSA whatever that thing report, you will see that the man has gone through a lot of trauma. People don't understand it because he had money and he's rich and all that, so he doesn't hurt. He doesn't hurt.
Let me say this too about R. Kelly. I think it's totally ridiculous that this man had been in the business as long as he had and did not learn how to read or write. Ridiculous, completely ridiculous. But that's just me.
Well, there was this one dude that he went to Atlanta A&T,
Hmm.
and he went there on a drum scholarship, and he didn't know how to read music, and so he had to learn how to read music in order to be able to get back onto the team. So so it does happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It does happen. Yeah. In order for him to be a part of the drum line, you know what I mean?
right.
That was a thing.
I mean, I didn't make a high school band because I played by ear. And in high school, they
hmm
wanted you to read the music, and I couldn't. And I between the audition time and the time that school was going to start, I couldn't learn it. So,
And then they told him, they said, you got to read the handbook, and the handbook said that if you don't read this handbook, then you get your head shaved. So he ended up getting his head shaved because he didn't read none of the handbooks or nothing. And then there was this one dude that was like over the drums, and he was like super mean to him, like a bald
Oh
headed dude,
my
right?
god!
And so, so
Native is always going to give you a movie reference.
Is this a Dallas Austin story?
no, no, I forgot what the dude name was, but he was like, he was like a hot shot drummer, and he went to Atlanta A&T and
But you
tried out for the band. Then when he got kicked out of the
title.
band,
That's the Dallas Austin story.
when he got kicked out of the band over Illinois, he
Oh
went over to the other team band. He went over to Morris Brown, and J. Anthony Brown just happened to be the band director over there. So he was like, can you give me, something? And he was like, nah, nigga, I ain't giving you no, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it
that was
happens. It does
Orlando
happen.
Brown, right? Orlando Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando Jones. Yeah, yeah. The 7 Up dude. Yeah, 7 Up dude was the drum. He was over the band and everything. So I mean, so it does happen. That's all I'm saying. Legacy Moon. It does happen where you can't read, and then you get better through a montage. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That happens.
I hear
That
you.
does
I hear
happen.
you. By the
hmm
way, I think I am so attracted to that man, and it's not because he's cute, because I don't think he is, but
Orlando
What man
Jones.
you attracted to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Orlando.
went through a phase where at first I thought he was odd looking, and then I looked at him. I was like, "Oh, he's handsome," and then I wasn't thinking about him at all. I think his friends on
Well,
Facebook.
I mean, it's not. I don't think he's cute at all, but it's just something about him.
Let
I
me go
don't
see.
know.
I think he and I are friends on Facebook. I think that's why I stopped liking him. Let me see.
Rossi, I am glad we could be here for you while you can't sleep, and all of the rest of you who have insomnia like me, and Native who's just giving it the old college try. Shay B says something is seriously wrong with Native. Uh huh.
Yep, Orlando Jones. He's my friend on Facebook. I knew it. Here he is.
Look,
Okay.
what his number is? Anyway, I'm gonna play this.
Mhm.
What is thing? Okay.
Let me tell you about me, a little bit about me.
Mm-hmm.
I I used to be a foster parent. I used to be a house for kids who were sexually abused. My house was specialized for that. So
Excuse me,
folks don't
Smokey.
understand that. That's why I had a Ruth, I had a Jamila, I had the other little girl. I had little girls who was sexually abused by their parents in my home. And I was a safe haven therapy home because I did a lot of classes, a lot of training on taking care of people who have been sexually abused. For somebody to sit around here and accuse me of being a child molester, someone who's supporting, who took care of kids that deal with that kind of stuff, who has a heart for that kind of stuff, and you had the nerve to put me through that and say that I was a child molester without any proof? Without any proof? I got my certificate. I got my license to tell you
Mm.
I was a therapeutic home. Anytime a child had dealt with some sort of sexual abuse, they would bring them to my house. I was an ambassador for kids that has been sexually trafficked. So don't tell me
You would
some
have
mess
kicked
about
her
what
ass.
I did. I know my character. I know the work that I put in. See, people don't understand it. They don't know who I am.
Mm-mm.
But they're willing to believe all this crap. Yes, I stood for that man. Yes, I did, because you know what? He has
What?
pain just like everybody else. And
Oh,
people
okay.
will not understand why I stood where I stood.
Nope.
I'm not going to apologize for anybody for me standing for what I stand for.
Mm-mm.
It is what it is. Period. Do I condone certain things that happen at the court? No, I don't. I
Mm.
don't. But he still needs healing. He still needs
Mm.
help, just like
Mm.
anybody else that's in the street who has dealt with some sort of sexual abuse, been hurt. Because sometimes those individuals become predators. Not everybody become a predator, but there are some that do. And then that got to come to a point where there's some sort of healing that you have to do for those people as well.
I'm sorry. Can
See,
we
you
stop
guys
real
don't
quick?
understand. Y'all gonna win one mind, and that's it. Until your children
Can
or
we
until
stop
somebody in
real
your
quick?
family
I
goes
have
through
I
something
have a
like that. That's when
question.
you have some compassion. That's when you have compassion.
Oh wait, is
She
Legacy Moon getting potatoes?
Legacy Moon.
And I know the thing is,
Yeah,
I
she
get
was
so
trying.
sick and tired of you supposedly black women
Supposedly
who
black.
has not gotten healed from the issues of sexual trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to get healed.
Mm-hmm.
Black woman. From one to another, I have healed. Okay. Um, us despising someone who is a predator has nothing to do with us not being healed. Um,
And
it,
it doesn't have anything to do with us having been abused either. Because
right,
you don't have to be abused to have these same, feelings
right,
of right from wrong. But go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
right.
Well, that was what I was. So my question is, and y'all forgive my ignorance, but wouldn't it make more sense that she would be on the side of victims since she actually dealt with these kids and not on the R. Kelly side of the fence? Like,
Yeah.
because it would seem to me like being on the R. Kelly side of the fence after telling us this really like bold statement about how you advocate for victims and all. If he's doing this to people, why would you jump to his side? And yeah, I mean, now granted, I do believe R. Kelly does need help. That's not my issue, and
Hmm.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But why would that be who you would advocate for? Why would you advocate for the people that are doing the thing that is the thing that you fought so hard for
She,
and stood so hard for?
she's suggesting that the reason being is because he too was abused. He
True.
too is broken and a victim. And so
Hmm.
yeah, so while we are saying he's the predator, She's saying, no, no, no. The predator was the one who did it to him that led him to do the things he did. And I think you're right, Native. She should be advocating for the victim. And in this case, while he may be a victim to someone else, he's being tried for the cases he was uh,
Mm-hmm.
the predator of. I
Right,
Mm-hmm.
because basically she has given him a pass for what he did based
exactly,
on his abuse. And
exactly,
as tragic as his abuse might be, that does not make it right for him to go and abuse people. And when you give him a pass, that's exactly what you're doing. You're saying that is that, oh, he has a reason why he did this thing, and so therefore I'm gonna stand up for him.
yep,
But I'm sorry, old R. Kelly, old dusty ass had a chance to heal himself. Right, he's a grown man. Right, and the people that he was doing this to were not grown. So I would think that if she was used to seeing younger people who had been abused, that's who her heart would bleed for, and not this old ass
great.
non-songwriting nigga R. Kelly. I'm just saying I don't like his music.
Nobody can make you. You heal on your own terms. Nobody can. You can tell somebody what you need to be healed, or you need this, you need that. You can tell them that all day long. But that doesn't mean if they're not in a place where they are ready to be. When I say ready to be, I'm not saying that, oh, that's a shame they're not ready. These things come to people in their own time. Just
Mm-hmm.
like I said, sometimes a victim doesn't realize she is a victim until she realizes she is a victim.
Mhm.
So, and I think that people who have not gone through these types of traumas, they can't understand that. They can't understand that. Callie Cooley says, sounds like she's projecting Stockholm syndrome.
Mm.
um I don't know. I mean, that's a good point to point out, but I definitely think she does have issues that she needs to deal with. Definitely.
Well, I just there's real shit happening out here. You know what I'm saying? There's real shit happening to people out here, especially in Atlanta. I don't know if y'all know Atlanta is the number one sex trafficking city in the they were saying in the world, but at least in the United States. I don't know about the world, but yes, definitely in the United States. So there's real shit happening in Atlanta, Georgia. And I guess my whole thing with her is that there are people that are actually doing like the real work. You know what I'm saying? Like the real shit, not the R. Kelly shit, not the high profile shit, but the actual shit. So what I'm saying again, and this is what I said before, where is she at during that type of shit? Because for her to be as passionate, and I hear her raising her voice and all this other stuff, for her to be as passionate as she's making it out to be that she is, where is that work at? You know what I mean? And if she's doing it behind the scenes, God bless her. If she's doing it and she don't want to get no recognition for it behind it, God bless her. But I promise you, I don't think that's the case. I mean, I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong. Native could be wrong. She could be out there doing all types of shit. But I just don't necessarily think that that's the case, considering the shit that I do see her do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just I would love for her, if you do talk to her, Legacy Moon, ask her
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want to know about.
Mhm.
All this capping that she doing for R. Kelly, and all this boo-hooing. That's fine. That's fine. And she might have a legit thing for it. But there's real shit happening in Atlanta, Georgia. This is an actual hub of where a lot of these girls are trafficked, in and out. You know what I mean? That's why the calls with Lamont are so concerning, is because some of the shit he's saying makes it sound like that's what he's involved with, right? So I'm just saying, where's the actual work that you're doing? Now, she said she was taking in the girls. That's cool. That's cool. What is she still doing it? What is she doing now? And how is it again that Robert Kelly is her like poster child for abuse when he's a grown ass man? I'm so confused.
Right. Right. I am so happy we can entertain you at while you're working, Miss Buckeye. And a lady says, using her logic, DJ should get a pass because I'm sure he was some kind of victim as well. All victims get passes then.
Ah, good point. I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. But I mean, I do give R. Kelly a pass for being a victim, but for being a predator, no, he gets no pass. Because I feel sorry for anyone who is a
Mm-hmm.
child who is taken advantage of in that way.
Absolutely.
Anybody, because I was. But when you turn into a predator, no. Mm-mm.
I don't feel like it's a pass. I feel like it's an understanding, right?
Yeah, understand.
So
That's a better
so
word.
so I don't want to give R. Kelly a pass. I'm
That's
I'm gonna say that if I'm gonna ask the question, because to me that's not something that's even in play for me. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, I like grown women. Sorry, not sorry, but I like grown women, right? So for me to look at somebody and say, how could you do this to somebody that's of that age or whatever? Then knowing about R. Kelly's past gives me understanding as far as the psychology behind it, right? Here's what he sees that I don't see, and here's why he sees it that way. So, a lot of times when we try to understand the quote unquote evil that people do, it's about their worldview and it's about their perspective. And
right.
that worldview and that perspective is from their experiences. So, when we talk about R. Kelly and we look at why he does what he does, I do think that it is very important for us to understand his worldview, to understand his perspective and understand how what he went through shaped that, right? And it shaped it different than, me, you, Villanor. It shaped it different than what we see in our perspective and our rights and our wrongs, right? But I don't think that that's a pass. I don't think that understanding what he went through says that, oh, okay, well, let me, wrap my arms around you. No, it means that there was something that we should really look for in other people like R. Kelly to prevent there from being another R. Kelly, right? Because the R. Kelly that's out here now is R. Kelly. He's
Right.
fully developed. He's fully formed, right?
Right.
But I do think that understanding helps us to prevent another R. Kelly from coming about.
Right.
That I do think, and I think that's what's important about it. Not saying, well, he went through this, so therefore, I feel sorry for him. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but he still is responsible for his development, his understanding and all those things, because there's no way R. Kelly lived in a bubble that told him that what he was doing was perfectly fine. That
And
that didn't happen.
and while I agree with you, I also think Andrea Kelly has some things that she needs to answer for because she was complicit in some of this stuff too. Them women being held hostage in the house. Yeah. She was there, so she knew. Hey, Missy Loving Life, glad we can entertain you while you work as well.
Let me tell you something. I watched both of the surviving R. Kelly documentaries, both parts, and I'm gonna tell you this: when I don't see how how anybody as a red-blooded human being with blood coursing through their veins cannot have empathy for those women that are on both of those parts of that documentary. I don't see how you can watch that and say that they lying or that they fake or that they whatever, because they were pouring their hearts and their souls out, and the fact that they cannot live regular lives. Like they can have relationships, but those relationships are strained a lot of the times because of what they went through. They can have they can wake up in the morning and the sun can be out, but they'll feel clouds around them all the time. And it's because of that. And I think that if you watch the way that they tell their stories and just listen to the things that they're saying, I was devastated by their devastation. You know what I mean? So to be able to see that and feel that, I don't see how you can watch these people talk and listen to them talk and not feel something for them. That in itself is telling.
I never watched the documentary, but I absolutely believe those girls, those women. Never watched it.
Well,
Never watched it.
Isn't
and
it
I
3
believe them.
parts? I thought they came back with a third one. I've seen all the parts.
Is it
Just
3?
I think it's 3. I
Okay.
want to say it was 2, and then I think they came back and did the third one. Like it
Okay.
was like a year later or something like that. Because was Drea Kelly in the one you saw?
Drea Kelly was in the
Second one?
first one, I think. I think because I think there's one that she's not in, right?
There's 2. Okay, if there's 3, I want to say she's in the last one. If there's 2 parts, she's in the second one. I
Okay.
believe. I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's. Well, I think she's definitely in the second one, I believe. But because the second one was the one where they started out with the guy that was covering it, right?
Yeah, vaguely. I mean, it's been so many years now, but
Yeah. Yeah. I said I was gonna rewatch it, but
the one part that stands out in my mind, well, 2 parts. One, when didn't they have what's her name was shopping with him in the mall? That's when her mom would try to come get her, and did get her, right?
is that which one is that? Azrael? Which one? I get them mixed
Not
up.
Azriel. No,
The black girl.
the one girl, she never did go. I take that back. Her mother, I think, came. There was another girl whose mother did, Dominique. Her mother came and actually got her. Didn't she? Did she leave with her?
I had heard about
The one
one
that,
whose mama came to the mall to come and get him, and then I also know about the other one whose parents, mother and father, was just like on TV
Yeah,
begging. This was before the man got arrested.
that's the okay. You're talking about what's her name? Joycelyn. Joycelyn
Joycelyn.
Savage. Joycelyn was the one that was going out shopping with him. She's shopping with him during that thing. And now her parents are the ones that they've been on Tasha K. They go to these bloggers, and then when the bloggers say something negative about them, then they get mad. But there was a whole situation with Joycelyn Savage's parents, because the parents seemed like they were, first of all, the mother took her to his concert because she wanted him to sign her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you already done fucked up.
So
Same with
disturbing.
Asriel's parents.
So disturbing. Wow.
So when I hear people say, "Well, the parents should be first," yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's try them in a different trial. Let's deal with this motherfucker
Let's
right
deal with the predator. Yes,
here.
exactly.
Because while the
Exactly.
parents are fucked up, and while the parents have their own issues, that does not negate the fact that this pervert was out here, trying to be with these damn near children. Now, mind you, I want to say when Joycelyn met him, she was like 18, 19, but Azriel was like 16, 17, and allegedly her parents told her to lie about her age
Mm,
to him. Like, make that make sense. So, I mean, that is all problematic, but that nigga still did it. He still is a pervert.
right.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I think that, not only a separate trial, we need to have a separate conversation because I feel like
Right.
whenever we talk about R. Kelly, we bring up no, we can talk about bad parenting and we can talk about greed and we can talk about sacrificing your children for greed and the psychology that goes behind that. Yeah, that is a very, very, very relevant conversation to have. It's just not relevant when we're talking about R. Kelly.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people try to bring that up as we're talking. No, let's not do that
Yeah,
Those.
because those are
Yeah.
two completely different issues.
Right.
Completely different issues that people get convoluted in, and it's just not the way to it's not the way to have a progressive conversation about it. You know what I mean? Like we can get muddled up and all that shit, and it's fine. You can feel how you feel about the parents. I I'm talking about the nigga that could have said, "No, you're too young, get out of my room," or "You're too young, get out of my bed," or whatever to
mhm,
prevent that from happening. I'm a married man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen, and I think that's what we need to be talking about.
Right.
mhm.
Well, let's get back into Sylvia and her feelings.
Hello?
Okay, we're gonna skip this because she takes
Want
a
me
phone
to
call.
pay for these attorneys, years of being in jail to understand that there you should have empathy for all those who are dealing with court cases and stuff like that, and you should have some sort of care in your heart for for people, because not everybody that gets accused or get handcuffs on their arm is actually guilty. You know, not everyone. And there are people who have loved ones who are in jail right now, and they know that their child or their husband or their sister and brother did not do the crime, but they still there because of financial situation. They didn't have the money, and they're there. You know, let me tell you, I didn't have the money to get the I had two different separate attorneys, y'all. I didn't have the money. There were people who stood in the gap and got the money for me. You know what I mean? To pay for these attorneys. You know, folks are talking about, oh, she broke. Yeah, I don't have money like that, y'all. I don't.
No.
But I had people got put in place at the time to help me out. You know what I mean? But there are people in this world who don't have a group of people in the chat to send money like that. They don't have it, and they're sitting in jail, rotten. They're there right now, and there's nobody out here to even hear or listen to their pain.
Good night, Shabi.
And there got to be some advocacy for them. Not everybody, I'm telling you guys, not everybody that's in the jail cell belongs in there. Not everybody. A lot of them are in there because of circumstances, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, even being accused of something where they didn't do it because they look like somebody.
What's the number?
Like I told you, I am not talking about the ones that are guilty. I'm not talking about those
this
people.
real quick. What's the number? Because I get sick of her and Sonya saying this, but not providing any actual statistics or facts. Because see, I know the number. You know what the number is?
What's the number?
Between 5 and 13%.
Oh.
Okay, so when they say there's a lot, now 5 to 13% spread out over all the prisons across the United States is a lot of money. Is a lot, but you got to look at it in perspective, right? 5 to 13%. Yeah, that's not a lot. It's not a lot considering that the rest of these people are guilty as hell. So to advocate and say, yes, we do need to go after and look at cases where people are innocent. That's why we have an Innocence Project. That's why we have an Equal Justice Initiative, right? In case you all do not know, the Equal Justice Initiative gets men off of death row pro bono that can't afford lawyers, right? Brian Stevenson out in Montgomery, Alabama, doing an amazing job doing that, right? I forgot the number of people that he's gotten off of death row. But the book that we are discussing in the book club is Anthony Ray Hinton is one of those people that he got off of death row, right? The Innocence Project, started by Barry Scheck. Again, we're talking about people that are innocent, right? And they go through and they look at these cases. So there are people advocating for that. But if we look at it on a grand scale, as the United States being the number one, the country that imprisons the most people, right? 5 to 13% of the people that are incarcerated are innocent.
Right.
But we don't. But see, the problem I have with them is that they don't talk in statistics. They don't talk in facts. They talk in generalities.
Come on now, Native. Come on.
No. But what I'm saying, Legacy Moon, is that in order to make what she's saying valid and valid to people that are intelligent, you got to provide me with something other than how you feel. Right now, Sylvia's telling us how she feels. You know, it's like, this is how I feel. I feel like there are a lot of people in prison and that are innocent. I feel like there are a lot of people in jail that are innocent. I feel like everybody that puts gets handcuffs put on them didn't do it. Okay, that's fine. You can feel that way. But if you go into a courtroom every day and you say that you are a courtroom blogger, okay, which is made up, but if that's what you do every day, you go down there, then what you know is that there isn't an attorney in the world that can win a case based on feels and how they feel about it. They need evidence, right?
Right.
But yet when they get out here on these YouTube streets, they provide us with no stats, no evidence, no nothing, just about how they feel about something. That's why I take the time to look up the numbers so I can be informed about what exactly does happen in the prison system. What exactly is the percentage of black men versus white men that commit the same crimes and get a higher sentence? 75%, by the way. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that goes on that if you wanted to have an actual nuanced, grown up conversation about it, there's a lot of better ways to do it than how you feel about a situation.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
I'm talking about the ones that are innocent, truly innocent. But because a story could be put together and the story fits and it looks good, they are in prison or in jail right now.
But that's not R. Kelly, so.
Yes, thank you, Gloria. Those who just coming in, I need you guys to subscribe and unsubscribe, subscribe and unsubscribe. So I can't even talk. Thank you guys for giving me the congratulations.
Now I didn't understand this when she said I need you to subscribe and unsubscribe, or did
What
she
does
just
that mean? Yeah,
huh?
why?
Why what?
Why was she saying that?
Oh,
Unsubscribe and then subscribe?
yeah, I don't know if she just meant I'm gonna need you to subscribe and that unsubscribe. I don't know if that was a Freudian slip. I'm not sure, but I couldn't figure that out, and I ran it back to see if it was some context, and it just wasn't. So
Yeah, I'm confused too.
yeah,
I didn't know what that does.
yeah.
Y'all,
Ah.
hey, y'all, if y'all are subscribed to the Native Tribe channel, do not unsubscribe, okay? Do
Right.
not.
Do that.
Even if it, and see, we can have a difference of opinion. I'm not trying to run subscribers away or anything like that, but everybody can have a difference of opinion. Mr. Groove says, I don't feel she should have a Rule 22 if she's turning off the video with the testimony of what Ernest had actually did when Shirley showed up that day.
Wait,
No, that's not why, but Mr. Groove, that's not why she turned it off. She turned it off because the lights weren't liking. But what she doesn't realize is that messed her up. That messed her up.
wait, how did
Wait,
that come up?
What? No,
About
no, it didn't. This is just something that Mr. Groove is saying.
oh.
And
but
and
wait,
and,
but
and
wait, it is kind of coincidental though. Now, I never really thought about it until I read that comment, but it
Wait,
is kind
what
of
now?
coincidental.
okay, I'll
That,
read it again.
Okay.
I don't feel she should have a Rule 22 if she's turning off the video with the testimony of what Ernest had actually did when Shirley showed up that day.
So
Well,
this did something when when Shirley showed up that day?
well, we didn't get to see Shirley Strawberry testify because she turned the camera off.
yes, we did because she put it up. You apparently didn't watch me that day, did you?
Well, she
Probably,
yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
yeah, eventually she came back, put it up like a couple days later after everybody dragged her.
Yeah, and she put it up separate. So the camera was rolling because she does have the footage.
Yeah, she had
She did that because the likes weren't liking. Come on now. Let's
she
think
said
about
it.
it.
But she came and said it.
She said it. Yeah, she said it. That she said that's why. She says, y'all not gonna get these likes up. I'm cutting the camera. And
And
she cut the camera.
yeah.
And we all dragged her because we thought that was stupid. And then she put it up. She put the whole hearing up, and then she took the segment of just when Shirley Strawberry testified, she put that up too. And I played that. I
Yeah.
played that over here.
So what but why is that? So I guess I'm confused as to what is the controversy?
Yeah, and that doesn't see. Here's another thing that doesn't really have to see. She has a Rule 22. If she has permission with her Rule 22 to film, if she decides she don't want to film no more, say she's tired, say she has a snack attack or whatever, she don't have to. That's that. Look, we like for people to get Rule 22s and record because all of us can't be there and we can see it. But just because you have a Rule 22 does not mean you have to record. Like,
Right.
for example, Wisdom's daughter had a Rule 22 and hers was not for recording, and therefore she couldn't.
What's
Mr.
it for?
Groove, Mr. Groove said, "I'm saying that's not journalism." Mr. Groove, she's not a journalist. I mean, if I could be completely real with you, Mr. Groove, that ain't what she is. She is not. None of them certificates on their wall say journalism. Okay, so she is not a journalist. She is as unprofessional as hell, and I don't think Rule 22s like require you to be a journalist. Like and if there's a flaw in the system, that might be it. But no, she's not a journalist. No, no.
Right.
Mm.
Is this Chanel Heslop here? Oh, early in her morning or
Man,
afternoon?
it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon over there.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Chanel has loud. Hey, champions. Champion said I was turning off my TV and one of my phones, and I saw y'all on my tablet. Well, I'm glad you found us because we here. We are here.
But you know,
What
in my heart,
y'all was saying? Shit. Whatever we were just talking about. Oh
The
my
Rule
god.
22.
Yeah, the Rule 22. So what was this y'all were saying about Wisdom's daughter's Rule 22? The Rule 22 gives you the right to record, but it may not give you the right to live stream. She was live streaming
Okay. All
without
right.
permission.
But why? She didn't put up any footage of that, did she?
Well, Dennis was live streaming from her
Oh, okay. But are we talking about the right court date? Is that the same court date?
that isn't that the day that Pam and her got called up or whatever?
No. This is the one Black but Not Bitter went to. Remember, and Black but Not Bitter kept Sylvia kept saying, "Is she recording?" Because Black. You don't remember when Black but Not Bitter when she kept wanting to know, was she recording? So
Yeah.
apparently she was not supposed to be recording.
Oh, right. She didn't have a Rule 22.
Okay, okay.
I thought because you said she had a Rule 22, but it wasn't for recording.
Well, I did say that because that's what the people was telling me. I don't know. I've never had a Rule 22.
But a Rule 22, why would she? The Rule 22 is for the purpose of recording, but you can also get it for audio. You can get it for video. You can get it for live streaming, right? So is that so?
Right, and hers supposedly was not for live streaming. But I don't think she put up any footage that day. I
That's what I was
think,
gonna say. If it's not for live streaming, she still could have recorded if that was the case.
Yeah,
but
but she
I
wasn't
don't think
recording
she
anything.
did.
She didn't have a Rule 22.
All
She
all I know is Sylvia kept asking Black but Not Bitter, was she recording?
Right, because she knew she didn't have a Rule 22. If
Okay.
she had a Rule 22, it wouldn't be a big deal. But Sylvia wanted to know because Sylvia wanted to get her in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I mean, Black Banana, is she still in the chat?
No, she's
She
not.
probably sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've always felt that God was going to vindicate me. I got to play CMT's favorite video. CMT has a video that
Okay, we're skipping it.
that I was doing that, and or you know what
in a different way, you know. I don't have to think like y'all. I don't have to think like y'all. I don't have to be a Nesto hater. I don't have to. That's why when they pick juries, they ask your history. Exactly, Ray J. Yes. Yes. They want a diverse group of people. They don't want everybody to think the same way because they don't want to get somebody to be convicted of something. I gotta think different. I gotta think different from you because my experience is totally different from yours. So don't hate me because I like to go visit Nesto. Don't hate me because I can talk to Nesto and some people won't. Don't hate me for that. Just let me be me. Just let me be me. That's it. You ain't gotta hate me. We ain't gotta agree on that. That's one thing we could do. We could love each other. Let Sylvia believe in this, and I'll believe it. Because like, oh, sorry, no, I didn't even see you back there. Hey.
Oh, hey, I just got back here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nala. I mean, I owe you so much. You know that I owe you so much.
You don't.
I
You
do.
don't.
I do.
You don't.
You cool. You know, you cool. You're the Nyla that I first met.
I have always been her, you know.
Yeah,
I
but,
just,
but I didn't like the mean girls stuff, you know.
People make me mean. I'm not mean for real.
I know.
I'm not mean for real. Were you just snapping off on somebody?
No, I didn't think I was.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
No, I was just saying that I like, okay, for example, I do the visits to Nesto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't do the visit to Nesto doesn't mean that you have to hate me because I do the Nesto liking and you do the Nesto say not liking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We just still love each other. I just think different from you. Let me just be who I am, because we have to have different views. There's some people
have every right. You have every right to be who you are, without being harassed for it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, I think that the majority of people are lighthearted and it's just ribbing per se.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the stuff had gotten out of hand and it was, you know, it was getting ridiculous.
40 plus videos.
I mean, I took my shots, girl. Lord knows.
Yeah, but we were fighting. It's part of fighting. You know what I'm saying? It was part of it. And because remember that time you came into my chat, I blocked you.
You sure did. I forgot. I forgot that. I forgot.
Taz came at me. Remember Taz came at me? I was like, blocking him too.
Sure did. I remember it all now. I do. You know what? It must have not ever resonated as like something that was like really hateful, because I promise I do not remember. I don't even remember that. Like I remember now that you told me, but it's not something that I held on to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like I was saying one day when I was live, it was some things that people thought that you did that you didn't do that I just assumed, because if it's 100 people telling the same story, sometimes you can't,
right?
Right. So some things I absolutely thought that you had done that I hadn't, that wasn't really quite verified. And here's the thing, all of us, especially me, I am prone. I know you don't curse over here, so I'm struggling. I am
say little words. You haven't seen me because I cuss a couple of times up in here.
You ain't cussing go wrong. Okay.
Native. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
She said I cuss a couple of times in here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, she gonna do what she want to do. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna have a conversation with her, have a conversation about that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or that bull it. I mean, I don't know. Whatever, however the hell she would say it in her language that she don't speak. That's not English. What the fuck ever.
She said time, Native, not times. Time. That's what I was talking about.
She said at the beginning she went to 3 different jails. Okay, so
shut up.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Groove said blocking me made me a different person.
I make mistakes. I make lapses in judgment. Sometimes I misread or misunderstand stuff. I will snap off. I mean, I've apologized to many people for snapping at them because I misunderstood something or something else was bothering me.
Let me say this about content creating. Something it is when you're trying to, especially now, being on EvMux, when you're trying to pay attention to the comments, you're trying to run the different things, you're trying to put your little special sound effects or whatever, you can misread a comment. You can. It happens. And you can sometimes just pop off because you upset, misread comment. It does happen. But that's when I think people should have a conversation. Content create. People know how my email is right there on my page. People hit me up on Instagram. So I instead of going somewhere else talking trash, hit me up. Let's discuss what was said and how it made you feel, and I can be the bigger person and apologize because, well, yeah, I did read that wrong. I have no problem with admitting that, but I think sometimes people don't realize that as a content creator, you do sometimes see comments and you take it the wrong way because you're doing multiple things at one time, or at least for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but for me.
Yeah, I be doing a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I be doing a bunch of shit. Then, that's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, look, if I miss your comment, miss your member milestone, miss your birthday, I'm sorry. It's a lot going on my end of the computer. It's a whole lot that happens. But yeah, I mean, it can happen that way. I try to make sure that, like, and that's the other thing. Like, you're scouting for trolls and and people that you don't know in the chat, and you're trying to look for that and see if everybody's legit and all that stuff. So yeah, it's easy to miss stuff. And it's easy to misunderstand stuff. Like sometimes I'll read and you got to take into consideration too that sometimes people are typing fast, so one word can change the whole context of a sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they might have just left out a word, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or added a word that they didn't mean to add, or just misspelled. And so your brain is going in all these different directions, and then you read this sentence that's missing a word out of it, and then you take it and so that's why I try to read stuff 3-4 times before I actually react to it, and then once I realize, nah, this is some bullshit, and then then I'm gonna go off. But you still have to try to like filter out and do all this stuff. So it's a lot that goes into a live.
Yeah.
That room and you're behind, and I think that you're responding to me, and I'll get with you real quick, but then I have to apologize. So I said all that to say none of us do everything that everybody would like us to do all the time. And unless you're doing something extremely egregious, like harming children, raping, stuff like that, I don't understand why there would be a perpetual axe to grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like and really everything happened. A lot of people think that there was some like conspiracy or something. When I first said what I said about that first time when I had went in on him, would you tell these people there has been no like background alliance thing? You didn't even know that I was doing it. I believe you found because you had joined my Patreon, and I was like, what the hell is she doing? It was after I had went in on.
We're not doing.
So first of all, listen is, and I might have to end this because it's real late. But this is representatives of Bozianos, right? Making this comment. It says, at infamous Sylvia, people can celebrate you, but I believe you're a snake and you just slithered your way out of something you're truly guilty of. I don't care for you and I don't trust you. First of all, she can't look. What you think? She paid the judge off? I mean, I don't know. Wait a minute. I know. I know who this is. I ain't gonna tell y'all how I know, but I know who this is. But anyway, I mean, what the judge said ain't no evidence, and whoop, poof, be gone. I don't know, but yeah, that was for representatives of Boise. I know
Listen,
this is, huh?
listen, I just hope that I never put myself in a position where somebody feels the need to come into my chat and put some shit like that in my chat. I just hope that it'll never get to that point for me. Jeez.
Oh, I know who that is though. But anyway, listen to this now.
I never joined your Patreon.
Well, somebody joined under your name then.
Really?
Yes, I have the screenshot. Someone joined.
I've never been on Patreon. I don't even know how to do Patreon.
Oh my god.
Girl, somebody joined my Patreon under your name.
What the hell? Get the heck out of here, for real.
I'll show it to you. They joined my Patreon under infamous Sylvia.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, these people, how much do they pay? What is it?
I think they got either the $5 or $10 tier or whatever.
They're gonna be me. They're gonna pay some good money then. You don't get to see whose bank account they use, do you?
No, I don't. You don't get to see any financial information. Like even though like with my Patreon, certain tiers get like every couple of months they get a gift. You don't see or know anything about that. Patreon handles all of that. So
I don't know. I need to learn how to do Patreon. I don't even have a Patreon. I don't even know what it. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never been in anybody's Patreon. Never.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know. Somebody else did it then. I'm telling you, I could show it to you. It was.
Oh, yeah, I want to see
it was like I think it was the day after the situation happened.
Really?
The day after I went in on Bozo. Someone, I got the screenshot of it, and I don't know. Yeah, the person joined, and I assumed it was you. And the reason why.
Hello? What happened?
Hello?
Um,
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Psst, 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 psst. I hope she ain't talking and don't realize she on mute.
Is she on mute? No.
Oh, she just. Oh, maybe she had to leave out. Oh, she's offline now.
Yeah.
How you do it? Why do you even imitate that? Right. That's stupid.
Hello.
You're stupid.
so dumb. Okay.
Hello, 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 hello.
It's not necessary to be this crazy.
No, it's not. It's not, and it's never really came in handy. It's
Gee,
it's never really paid off. So you're right.
golly. Oh my God. Anywho, yeah. So you're. How do you feel like she's guilty, Native? Considering what we do know.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is the reason why I don't think so. She is lazy. Okay, and this ain't a dig at her. This is not a dig. She admitted that she was lazy, right?
Yeah.
And for what she's being accused of, it would take a very energetic person. It would take a very energetic person to pull this bullshit off. For
Very
real.
energetic.
Stalking is not for the lazy. Okay. Stalking is not a lazy person's crime. Okay. Like,
Low stamina.
yeah, it takes some stamina. It takes a lot of moving around. And look, at the time when she was being accused of this shit, she was a little plumper. Okay.
Okay.
She was not, running out here with no, Powerade and Monster energy drinks
Right.
stalking niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that alone lets me, kind of think like, no, no, no. But no, no, I'm not, no, I'm not really buying it. And I mean, and I do feel like, hey, if it was there to be prosecuted, they would have prosecuted it, and obviously it wasn't. So I mean, who knows? I mean, all we can do. I mean, this is no different than the Nesto shit, right? All we can do is speculate. We don't really know, but what we know is what we know, and we know that it's no longer a thing. It's no longer a case. So what are we gonna do? I mean, stand in our yard with pitchforks. I mean, it's nothing, nothing we can really do except for go by what the court think. The court said, or the DA or whoever made the decision said, we ain't going. They felt like it wasn't worth the court's time, obviously. So I don't know, but I know that she ain't got the energy to go stalk folks when you see this woman's hair. Do you see the energy that she didn't put into her hair? You mean to tell me that she walking around like this and she gonna go stalk a nigga? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God, I can't with you.
Mm-mm. Nah, nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. No. Mm-mm. I think Legacy Moon said,
What happened?
I think she said her internet went down.
Oh no. It ain't too down because she's still live.
A
Well,
lady,
maybe
se-
it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Huh?
a lady 747 said, "We cancel her in 2026? I really see no value there." Let me tell you something, lady 747. There's a lot of shit we need to cancel in 2026, and Sylvia's actually pretty low on that list. There's a lot of shit we need to cancel, but I ain't gonna make Sylvia a priority on that one. Now we got
Right.
some bigger fish to fry. Niggas ain't getting no money for no food. Um, the
That part.
damn Africans are making commercials to feed the damn American kids. Okay,
Ain't that some funny shit?
okay. I'm just saying.
That shit's funny.
I'm just saying that the African the African the African people are telling their children to eat the food because they're starving Americans. See that shit right there?
There are hungry children in America. Ah! I said, damn. That shit was brilliant.
I'm just saying.
And
I'm
then
just
they got
saying.
to beat the angel song playing and shit.
Right, right. And that wasn't even used for children. That was used for dogs. So see how they do us?
Child, there was one where they had a it was a group of little white children and the African lady was like you can adopt a family kind of thing. Oh wow. Like it's hilarious. It's
It
hilarious.
is. And you know what? Look, we never thought about like how much of an insult that was when our parents was saying that to us, and we heard people saying that like, oh, it's starving children in Africa. We never really thought about, wait, that's kind of a fucked up thing to say about Africa. Like, you didn't say like where in Africa. You just made it sound like all the kids in Africa was just starving and shit, which is what I thought when I was a kid. I was like, oh damn.
I'm
No,
Pat.
I'll tell you what I have. Oh, good, good. We're glad you're back. Let me tell you the thing that I always stood out to me was like, if I eat all this food, are there going to be less hungry children in Africa?
That was my question too. How does this even affect them? Why is this their
Right.
business?
You are not going to send this food to them. I'm not. I mean, I don't really understand what does that have to do with the price of tea in China. I don't want to eat all of this. So what is that going to do for these children in Africa?
I don't even like Brussels sprouts. If they like Brussels sprouts, send them to
They
them.
can
Okay.
have them. Right. Let them have the Brussels sprouts.
Shit.
Spend all your time waiting for a second chance.
What the world?
For a break that will make it okay. Y'all don't know that song?
No.
Legacy,
In the
Legacy Moon getting singing lessons from Gertie.
in the arms of the angel,
Oh yeah, yeah.
fly
Man, we ain't never knew
away
the actual
from
words to that
here.
bullshit.
Yeah, I definitely.
That is my
That man,
favorite.
that
Where are you?
depressing ass song, man. Hell no. Shit, I turn that bullshit off every time it come on. No, man. And they always play it
Y'all,
during
man,
football
y'all are
games.
just
They used to put
cruel.
that damn commercial on during football games, and I can't even enjoy football without being sad and shit. Like, oh, look at this damn Doberman Pinscher. This is
Not just
some sad,
dopamine.
some sad shit.
Now you breaking up.
Who?
Who breaking up?
Who?
Who breaking up?
Wait a minute.